Nip!
One day, I will redo that intro with the actual people that are playing. But welcome back to Star Trek Adventures. It has been a long time getting from there to here, but we finally made it. It has been a while since we played, but gentlemen, welcome back to Star Trek Adventures, the Shackleton Expanse number 3.
4.
Sorry.
3.5.
Everyone was just like, well, we cancelled that number 3 one, so let's just have a lost episode. But I thought, no, I do want to actually continue the campaign. We have, alongside our wonderful cast of characters this week, and I'm just going to pull up the details because I had to do a little bit of problem solving in the pre-show as everyone saw all the triggers going off at once. We have one Nifty Mittens as Nifdox, the Denobulan scientist doctor of the group. We have Cranky as Tholian Dave. We have Stars as a Booka. And we have with us as well the esteemed
Esteban!
the Trill. You're Trill, aren't you? Yeah, Trill. Scientist. I'm going to be using that cue every time you do something frenetic because now in my head you are just a Spaniard. How are we all this evening, gentlemen?
I'm pretty well.
At lunchtime.
It's a good lunch. We do not have Nifty as God anymore. He is now at homebound. So, without further ado, let me catch you up to Let me catch you up to where you were. So, you are a crew aboard the USS Lexington. You went to the planet of Bacchus to investigate something where you were whisked down to the planet's surface when after the ship had been severely disabled. Upon the surface, you came upon some very strange structures, all giant monoliths that seemed to be interspersed among the planet, made of some unknown material. You miraculously decided to check them out and worked out that they were indeed conduits that traced the entire planet. You managed to get inside one of the conduits after one Booka managed to get himself indoctrinated, but swiftly got out of it by some quick action and a few dead away team members, and discovered that some of the other people that had beamed down or been beamed down to the planet were hypnotized by some unknown entity. You got inside the control room and found that this whole planet was a part of a giant galactic-wide civilization shifting power with the ability to shape moons and destroy planets and have a kind of advanced technology you've never seen before. You encountered a few Klingons, and with diplomatic prowess you managed to convince the both of them. Well, there were 3 of them, now there are 2 because you managed to convince one of them to kill the other. The fact he was, I don't know, somewhat traitor, and they are now somewhat on reasonable terms. As you entered, well, I'll tell you what, I'll read from the book as what happened next. As the dazzling, so you got inside a control room and you found all these wonderful panels, and all the indoctrinated people went up and were trying to, tap away at them and trying to, work out what was going on. You managed to activate something inside there somehow with a wonderful dice roll. It was the best. As the dazzling displays stream information at you from all direction, explosion rocks the monolith. All of the displays go dark simultaneously, leaving you in pitch black. Then one display appears, showing you a holographic representation of the Bacchus system. It shows the planet you are on, with beams of energy bolting out and destroying the other planets in the system. A placid voice speaks through the control room. I could use my reverb for this. Your access of our technology has put you in danger. This system will be destroyed. Use the teleportation field to exterminate. No, we're good, darling. To return to your ship and leave the star system immediately. Sorry, we're Dalek there for a minute. The voice repeats as the message as a purple beam of light plays a spotlight on the floor, and trepidatiously you all entered the portal, and you were whisked away. Oh, the other thing you found as well were the 2 orange beams of light that were travelling from the planet up to somewhere, which you surmised one of them was holding your ship in captivity, which has now been disabled. The other one Well, I guess you're going to find out. You get whisked away in the purple teleporter, and as your senses return following the transport, you first notice you are on the bridge of a small craft. The air is stale and it reeks of Klingons. A dozen shocked Klingons turn and level a dozen disruptors at you. "What is this intrusion?" yells the closest, his finger dangerously twitchy on this disruptor's trigger. And here you are, gentlemen. Please, resume.
We whip out our faces and start firing.
You don't have your faces.
Wait, did we not have
phaser, right?
Yeah, we had a disruptor from the kit on the.
You have who was holding that? I think Dave wasn't he? So Dave has the disruptor.
Dave, yes.
You also beamed up with the Klingons from the planet below you who came up with you. I can't remember. Did I give them names? I should give them names.
Klingon Dave and Klingon Davette.
Well, we got Tholian Dave, so we might as well have Klingon Dave. All right, Klingon Dave. And what was the other one?
Klingon Davette.
Dava. Okay, Dave and Dava.
You said that they.
Are they riding a space scooter?
Incredible.
They're friendly-ish to us, so can we see if they can we ask or convince them to speak to their crewmates, or at least the members of their species,
okay.
and not to kill us?
So Dave, I'm going to say that the senior one there, the captain, was Dave. So Klingon Dave approaches on the ship, and he looks at the captain and he goes, "Captain, these Federation allied them. I have trouble speaking today as the transport beam has really got in my throat. These Federation allied with us and helped us in the endeavor on the planet. They disabled the orange beam that disabled our ship." The captain looks at him. "I do not trust these Federation dogs. They were probably responsible for the incursion to begin with. Answer yourself, Federation. What do you say to this invasion of our vessel? This could be tantamount to war."
We come in peace.
That's okay then. Welcome aboard.
I see. That's fine then. Can I point out that under the strictures of the Treaty of Organia, we have nothing to gain by engaging in conflict with the Klingon Empire, and they appear to have guns and we don't, so if this is some kind of invasion attempt, it appears to be a rather half-cocked one.
Okay, give me control and presence difficulty 2, please. You have 1 momentum, by the way, as remaining from last time.
I also have a disarming nature, because despite my reputation for being a fierce warrior, Caitians are extremely sociable, adept at putting others at ease. Whenever I am engaged in a social conflict, I reduce the difficulty of any test to make my target relax or trust me by 1.
Okay, I'm fine.
Control
you can do some momentum.
And I was going to say, if I could assist him if we even need it, with my talent and cultural flexibility, I can probably get through to them. Because I'm pretty good at understanding everybody.
What does that do? Is that a focus? Is that?
No, it's a talent.
Okay.
Oh, okay. Interesting. What was the roll again?
It was control and presence.
Those are both attributes.
You are quite correct. This hang on.
Yeah.
This is correct.
That's
Yeah.
If you want to roll. If you want me to roll a 22, I can.
No, the book is wrong. Sorry, we're going from a pre-made campaign here. Give me control and command, then, please.
Okay.
And hold on, let me point out. I was trying cultural flexibility. However, I would say this doesn't work actually because it requires it to be an unfamiliar culture, and I think we.
Oh, you are kind of familiar. Yeah.
We would. Yeah.
Probably classify. I feel pretty decent about this.
Go Stars, go.
Can I also use my focusing composure?
Sure.
Yeah. Come on, these are my good dice. I got a 17 and a 9, so
what
one
was
success.
One success. Okay, since you lowered the difficulty anyway, that comes. So he growls and spits on the floor, and he goes, "Those Organians with their pesky treaties. If it were my way, I would gut them from ribcage to head, but sadly, non-corporeal beings are beyond my scope of vengeance right now. Fine. I am assured that as long as you are unarmed," and he looks at you, Tholian Dave, and says, "As long as you are unarmed, you are not a threat here, so I am asking you, I am demanding that you hand over your rifle."
Do we hand over the rifle?
I think we hand over the rifle, honestly.
There's 12 disruptors pointing at us.
Yeah, you've got quite a lot of heat on you.
Like you might survive that, but we.
I mean, I'm a pretty quick draw.
Hands over a page of black
You want to test that?
Yeah, all right. So we hand over the.
Okay, hand over the disruptor. So that placates him quite a lot, and he sort of he's like, guards around them. As he does that, you sort of take a bit more of a stock of what's going on around the ship, and you notice that it's in very much the same state as the Lexington was, and they are having some trouble. You're seeing the engineer frantically looking at the bomb. Does anyone have any? Can any of you read Klingon or know Klingon language?
I know conversational Klingon. It's mostly religious and pre-industrial.
Okay. Can you read Klingon?
Beyond my scope.
Okay.
I could read it, but it might. I'll do my best.
Okay, if that was what you got. So you look over at the display screen. You notice that the warp core has an emergency, and that is in fact in danger of exploding. You also hear since you understand Klingon as well, you also hear a conversation between the two of them in their native tongue that the chief engineer is sadly dead and they don't know what to do, and the warp core is in danger of exploding. And from an engineering perspective, you assume that they need to do something about this.
Can I offer to help? I can let them know that I have some talents in emergency repairs and triage when it comes to computer systems and engineering systems.
Who are you going to try and help? Because the Klingon captain is still putting you under guard. Like he's trusted you enough not to kill you on the spot, but I'm not sure he's gonna. You need to.
Can I address one of the two Klingons that are speaking about the warp core?
Sure.
Are they close enough?
Yeah, they're close enough. They're there.
Boy,
what?
Engineering team. Sounds like you need help because your warp core is about to go kabooli.
Who are you?
Esteban.
Why don't we try to not die a dishonorable death in a warp core breach? Why don't you let me help you?
The Klingon captain overhears this, goes, "You to go help now. If you can stay your own life, you will stay your execution. Save ours, I may be convinced to return you to your people." So yes, he has, he's happy to let you wander over, but he's still keeping the other three of you under particular close watch. So what are you gonna do here to try and fix this warp core?
I am going to take a look at the terminal and see if I can determine if there are steps I can take from here to stabilize the warp core and get it back under alignment.
Okay, that will be an insight and engineering task. I'm going to spend a threat, and I'm going to make that difficulty 3. Because Klingon is not your native tongue. You are aware of some conversational Klingon, but the deciphering of more astute languages.
All right, so insight and engineering.
Can anyone help?
I have a 12, and I think that I should be able to use my focus in emergency repairs.
Yep.
And since I'm using a computer, I would like to use my talent in computer expertise, which will give me, what does it do? I can add a bonus d20.
Okay.
So I'll have 3 dice.
Okay.
And
what was the roll again?
It
Combination?
was insight and engineering.
Okay.
I would like to remind us all that I am a chief engineer.
Yeah, I was going to say.
You don't speak English, or you don't speak Klingon. I'll have to translate for you, but I would like him to help, and I'll just have to tell him what it says in English.
I'm going to say, to avoid, to keep rolling to convince the captain, he is just going to say, just do what you can, but he is going to have you under armed watch. The guards are going to be watching you with their disruptor still drawn.
So we have what, 1 momentum?
You do, yes.
I think
should I get a 4th die and then you're the 5th die?
I think that works. Like, we want to get this right. What is it? Insight and engineering?
Correct.
Yeah.
All right. So I need a 12, and I have a crit roll of 1 to 3. Whoop! I dropped 1. All right.
You said you bought a dice, yeah?
Yeah.
I got 2 successes. Need your help.
I got a 16. No help.
Oh.
Although, hang on. So I do have a talent of cautious engineering, whenever I attempt a task with engineering and you buy one or more d20s by spending momentum, I may re-roll a d20. Now, I know I'm not doing the primary roll, but I am still assisting here.
I would say that you are kind of both doing the primary role with Esteban translating, and I think it's kind of goes sort of like you're both doing the same role at the same time. So I will allow that. If you can I will allow a re-roll here.
Okay, let's see what happens.
I'm being generous.
Oh,
Come on. You know, actually, I'm going to switch dice. I'm going to switch dice because that one did me wrong.
this is an equitable court.
Good British.
It is an equitable court. I got a 14. Still no dice.
Oh,
God damn it, not helping. Sorry.
So
Insight is not my high.
you can't quite tell what is up, but you all you can kind of tell is the Klingons are frantically looking at this warp core, and they say they don't know what to do. And you can see them; they are pressing a button that says, "Well, for what you can determine looks like it possibly is eject." You know, through intuition of your engineering knowledge, you can say like they're trying to eject the warp core, but it's not being released. The command is going to the core, but it is not quite getting there.
Could we convince them to let Stars go to engineering to try to trigger it manually?
That would be a tricky proposition because the Klingon captain is still very wary. He's happy with being on the bridge, and he said, "You cannot be serious. You Federation dogs turn up here one moment. You just expect to take over our ship. I will not allow it."
Okay, so you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna because I have a question for you. Would this have refreshed my stress?
How much did you have stress?
I took a full hit from a disintegration beam. Yeah,
I'm going to say no. I'm going to say you're still on your existing stress that you had before because you haven't received any medical aid.
That's fine then.
Okay.
That's fine then, because I'm going to gesture.
It always worries me when he does this. I'm just like, what's he up to?
I'm going to gesture at my burned and like singed red operations shirt and probably my bloody grievous chest and go, do I really look like I'm in like a state to try and do something nefarious on a ship that's about to explode while I'm on it?
You wear your wounds as a badge of honorcation, and due to your disarming nature, I am placated by you. However, I will not simply allow a Federation spy into the depths of my ship, no matter your condition. This could be a ruse, a plot, a ploy.
Can Dave or Dave go with him?
Yeah. Maybe
they can literally have every member of the crew pointing disruptor rifles at me while they do it, as long as you let me do it.
All right, give me a I'm going to make this the final convincing roll. If you can't get this, you get an airlocked. Give me presence.
Roll up a new character.
Yes. Oh, that was quick, wasn't it? Give me presence. You're not actually going to get airlocked. Don't worry. Give me presence and command difficulty 2, please.
Okay, so that's a 14. But it's going to be a difficulty 1 because my disarming nature.
I'm going to say you've already used that. I'm going to say you're not going to use that a second time.
There's technically no limit.
I know, but I would like to say that he is...
All right, fine, fair enough. We don't have any momentum left, do we?
Still disarming. Come on.
Thank you.
It's certainly assessed.
Okay, you know what?
If someone can give me a good speech to say to the Klingon captain, I'll allow them to assist.
I've already made my go here, guys. If one of you guys want to help me out here,
Mr. Klingon captain, sir, your honorableness, your most fearsome. Can you not see that this man, while injured in battle, is still trying to achieve our goals, to save us all with great honor, despite his own pain. Pain which he is so tough he hardly feels, because he is simply here to escape with us safely and honorably so that we may fight another day.
Okay, make your roll. A small tear appears in his eye. No, actually, I'll wait till you roll before that happens.
The key was saying honor like 4 or 5 times.
Yeah. Let's get all the way to a Klingon's heart.
What's the difficulty again?
2.
2, yeah.
Default.
All right.
At some point, I'm going to use the light on top of my head as a distraction for something.
Klingon SOS.
14. Come on, this has got to be my first successful roll.
Oh, and Nifty needs to roll.
Out here. Oh, well, that's lovely. That's a 3 and a 9.
Woo!
Oh, that's good. That's good. Did you have any focuses?
I have a focus in personnel management and composure.
Okay, no.
You were pretty composed with that stress that you were
Extremely
under. I'd say you were pretty composed.
I'm
All right,
dying
okay,
right
you're
now.
composed. I'll give you. Was that in your range though?
My command is a 4, so yeah.
Okay, I'll give you a momentum for that. Did you roll nifty?
Was I supposed to?
Yeah, because you were given the
Yeah,
speech to
you're
assist. That's why you were speeching.
To assist.
I didn't
He
realize
says,
that was
picking
a
up his
roll.
gigantic beer.
No, I didn't realize it was a roll. I thought you just wanted
That
us
was to
to like.
convince the Klingons. You had to take a swig of the blood wine.
No, it was a roll
I
to
thought I was
assist.
convincing the GM. I thought I was convincing the GM.
Tell me,
that too.
tell me you're out. Tell me you're out of work without telling me you're out of work.
Look out, a targ!
Ah,
Oh,
you have brought a
Targ.
targ.
Okay, sorry. I'm gonna need to know what my role is there.
Sorry, what did I say? Presence and command. There we go.
Yes.
So one presence and command, 1 dice.
Yes.
Difficulty 2, wasn't it?
Yeah, but it doesn't matter.
Well, we've
because
already
it's just doing
succeeded,
this
so now we're rolling for momentum.
Yeah.
Which
Oh,
So
we had a
presence
need
and
right now.
command. Ooh, I only have a 10 on that.
I believe in you.
It's all 50% chance.
Yeah, 50-50.
6. Hey,
6.
nice. So you got
There
two,
you
got two
go.
momentum from that. The Klingon captain,
Good luck,
seeing,
Targ.
finally realizing that after being beamed up and seeing the inflicted damage on his ship, being aware of a Federation ship in the area, seeing your wounds and being moved by that very, very heartfelt Klingon speech, he a little tear in his eye, and he bashes you on the chest and goes, You, Trill, you are a man of honor. You understand the Klingon heart. After this is over, we shall drink together and salute the warriors of Stovokor. But now, yes, fine, my crew will accompany you to the engineering bay. I want this ship repaired before you can be allowed to leave. If you fail, I will kill you myself. Okay, so yes, you're allowed down into engineering. Huzzah! When you're down there, you see the warp core is shaking, like mad shaking. You're very scared by how much that shouldn't be moving like that. You've never seen a warp core move like that. It is pulsating. It is vibrating. So you see many Klingons trying their best to look honourable, but clearly shitting themselves. What do you do? What are you looking for?
Well, you know what? I'm just gonna. I think the warp core might be fucked. Yeah, fucked is the official. That's
that
my
like Nat
engineering
and Geo?
diagnosis. Yeah.
Geo and
For a
fuck.
big red eject button in Klingon script.
F''UQD, fucked, and it's a Klingon word.
It's a Klingon. It is fucked.
Okay, cool. So I have to imagine that underneath the warp core, there's got to be a manual release, right? As an actual hatch where it releases.
Okay.
Is that jammed at the moment?
Will you give me an insight in engineering again? This time difficulty 1. I'll go easy on you.
Insight in engineering, so that's a 13. And I do have a focus in repairs and maintenance or power systems. I feel like
I mean, repairs and maintenance is fine, yeah.
Yeah, cool.
When you've seen one warp core, you've seen them all.
It's true. I got a 4 and an 11.
So
that actually means that's 3 successes because I have an engineering of 5.
Oh shit! Wow, you were
Nice.
up to 4 momentum. Wow, look at you stacking the tails. You can see that you go and investigate the manual locking clamps, and you can see they are sealed to the warp core. The heat produced by the warp core has actually fused them together. However, you can see from the reading that these clamps can also be released manually. There is another part that can take away the whole inner chamber of the warp core, not just the case itself, but actually in an event of emergency, it can seal up and take the whole thing. However, these clamps are on the outside of the ship.
Wow.
Okay.
Now, as a
I know someone
I'm
in the
immune to vacuum.
Can I walk him through it? Would that be a thing I can do?
I mean,
I'm also have psychokinesis where I can manipulate and control
Ooh.
objects using the power of my mind.
is there a range on that?
An
If
ability
it's
with
just on the
certain
other
psychic
side of the
properties
hatch, right?
may exert a psychic force upon an object within close range equivalent
Close
to
range,
the force
okay.
you would normally able to exert physically.
So okay, you
So
will need
this
to
takes
be
concentration.
you'll need to be outside next to the clamps to exert
Okay.
that.
Means
You
have
can't
to
just
do
sit
it
there and go, the
manually,
power of
so
my
go
mind, I
hands.
move you.
I can spend one or more momentum to increase the magnitude of force,
Okay.
Mm.
with each momentum counting as an additional person's worth of force applied.
So
But
the
not range.
on the ship, one of the crew sort of, you're discussing things as this thing is wobbling dangerously in its chassis. They tell you, like, we have 2 EV suits. I don't know if they will fit you, and they will only fit humanoid forms. But you say you're immune to a vacuum, so
I'm immune to vacuum.
Oh, you're already in kind of an EV suit anyway, aren't you?
Yeah, because your body
Yeah.
temperature is such that you have to be inside the suit.
So you're not too bad. You could probably go out there. So at least 3 of you can go out there if you choose to take the suits or whatever you want to do. I'm not going to take.
Feels like the most logical solution is, Niftox, you're going to have to stay here and play and get to drinking, which you already got a head start on.
The barrel's already out.
Klingon diplomacy, exactly. And me and Tholian Dave and Esteban make our way out and see what we can do.
And
Hang
who?
on, that's
Esteban!
Let's put on these smelly EV
I
suits.
feel like being a Tholian, I've got sort of lobster type claws, haven't I? I can do the castanets.
Oh, this took a turn.
And
Okay,
I'm just using my cultural flexibility to join the Klingons.
absolutely. Okay, so Boca and Esteban, please give me, and this is nothing, but you'll need to do it. Give me daring and medicine roll difficulty 1, please. I'll tell you why depending on the roll.
Okay.
All right.
And it's gonna be just a straight success or fail. Like, I'm not gonna go too detailed. There's no momentum earned here.
Daring and medicine.
Mm-hmm.
All right. I need them.
2 successes.
2 successes.
Okay.
0 successes.
0 successes. Okay. So, Boca, you put on the suit and the smell is awful. This suit has been sat in some sort of hole in the ground in the ship, and it just reeks. But your constitution, you managed to resist your primal
You know
urges.
what? I'm going to go ahead and say I have some nasal suppressants.
Yeah, you got nasal suppressants, so you put this suit on. Esteban, you put this suit on, and immediately, as soon as the helmet clicks over, you start vomiting, because this stinks. This goes inside your nasal cavity, and this just reeks in terror. So, you are currently, Nava, do you still want to go out in the ship like this? However stinky and smelly and slightly unhindered. Oh, God.
I'll give him a hypo spray to prevent him from.
I don't think you have your hypo spray stuff.
Was there not a Klingon medical kit in that?
It was a
Klingon
surgical
one?
kit, yeah.
There was. Hang on, I had the
I think it was a Klingon surgical
Although,
kit.
yeah, I imagine
Surgical
a Klingon
kit,
medical kit
yes.
probably doesn't have anything.
No, it's pretty much a bat left and a roll of tape.
You feel better that way?
Wait a second.
And baling twine.
Field medicine. You may. Oh, I can ignore an increase in difficulty for working without the proper tools or equipment. Okay, darn.
I mean, if you can think of
Run it back
think of
and
something
you feel better.
in this engineering bay with what you have to come up with some kind of nasal suppressant, I will allow it if it makes sense.
What about we soak a rag in Klingon alcohol and just like stuff it in his nose? Because that's it's not pleasant, but it would get rid of the smell.
Okay, it will get rid of the smell, but I am going to increase the difficulty on anything while it's in your nose because you are going to be slightly intoxicated. Because we know Esteban has Jenna's frozen.
Oh, there.
Oh no, there he's back. He's back.
Yeah, pause for a second there.
Yes, you will be somewhat slightly inebriated because this is strong shit. Luckily, Niftox can handle his booze, but I don't think.
Is it Warnog or is it blood wine?
Oh, this is.
Oh, if it's blood wine, that's
this
not
is
going to smell
premium
good.
blood wine. Like Captain, what was his name?
Premium blood wine.
Parak was saving this wine for a special occasion, and death at the end of the universe is definitely an occasion worth celebrating. So he cracked open the good stuff.
Yeah.
So anyway, you are in
2248.
Yeah,
You
exactly.
guys, let's go out there, all right? Come on, guys, let's go. I want to go let's in space.
Dave and Dave are at the airlock waving you off. So you're on the outside of the ship. You walk your way around and you get to the. Sorry, go on.
Niftox.
Oh, sorry.
So, let's say we don't do anything. He feels nauseated from the smell. What's the penalty there?
It's an increase. Well, there wasn't. It was just going to be for a comedy bit. He was just going to vomit everywhere. But now he has. He takes.
Well, I'd rather comedy than an actual increase in difficulty.
We can't move backwards now.
No, you've already got it stuffed up your nose. That's fine. We've come to this solution now.
We've already intoxicated him.
All right.
There's actual SDA players watching this going like, they are doing nothing right. Where's the proper roles? Where's the minor actions? I'm like, no, fuck that. Let's just do the comedy.
Your mom's a minor action.
Sorry, say that again, sorry.
Your mom's a minor action.
Right, okay. You make your way outside the ship. You go around the hull and towards the sort of the little aperture where the engineering warp core would come out. Sorry, where the warp core would come out of engineering, and you can see 2 clamps that need to be released manually. Okay, you need to open the clamps, and this is going to be. I'm going to go 2 rolls here, 1 for each clamp. Who is going to be on each? Who is going to be pulling the clamps?
I'm guessing that's going to be me and Stars.
Yeah, depends what's the role. Is it going to be security for the fitness?
Well, I'll tell you when you've decided who's going to go where.
Do we have to do them at the same time, or can we do one at a time?
It's going to need to be a synchronized. This is why you both need to roll. So it's going to have to be a synchronized pull, because obviously if one half comes out, it's going to clunk like that.
Okay, tell you what. I think.
What's his field? I can't remember.
Science officer, right?
Science.
Being intoxicated, I think.
Yeah. Have you ever been on the hull of a Klingon?
What do you want me to help, man? I'll just like yank on some stuff, you know?
Have you ever vomited in an EV suit?
I want one of these Klingons to be just Jonathan Frakes doing that bit. So my thought is me and Dolly and Dave are going to release the clamps, and we're going to trust Esteban to like anchor us, because I don't trust this thing not to just violently shoot out and potentially fling us off into space.
Okay.
So if we can get like some kind of tether going.
Okay.
I don't like what is that hand motion?
that's his tether.
Amen. Amen.
It's just like
you're gonna hold on to it. You're gonna hold
very well
the tether.
endowed, okay?
Okay, so I'll say you've got some sort of cabling that's keeping you secure to the hull. So let's say you're using that. In which case, there's going to be another roll. There's going to be 3 rolls here. There's going to be a roll for releasing the clamps, and there's going to be a roll which will happen somewhat afterwards. So the first roll is going to be to release the clamps. So Tholi and Dave and Bolkar, please give me a fitness plus engineering with difficulty. Spend a threat. I've got lots. 3, please.
Okay. I have a focus in percussive maintenance, so I'm going to say that's
good.
Here.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Can I lend him a rock to hit it with?
Where you're on the end of a starship.
I always have rock.
Just pulls one out behind his ear.
What, inside the EV suit? It's just there.
Here's some granite.
It fell out.
Here's some granite.
Granite.
I have a focus in hazardous environments. Would that
this would probably qualify.
Well, here's the thing: are you? Because you're usually in a hazardous environment anyway, because you've got your EV suit on. So would this be any different to you than any other environment? Because no matter what, if your suit breaches,
spaceship about to explode, like
that's more a hazardous situation than the environment.
That feels like a distinction without a difference.
I can do it too. I'm going to say no to that.
All right. Okay.
Good GM knows when to say no.
What are we rolling for again?
I've forgotten. Fitness plus engineering, difficulty 3.
You're each rolling, and you have to each hit a 3 because you're doing. You each have 1. Momentum. Maybe you should each grab some momentum.
We doing that?
Okay. I'm gonna spend a point of determination because I have 2. And I want to use my value of. I feel like don't tell me how to do my job, because I'm gonna just be thinking about that Klingon captain telling me you can't help me, you can't help stop this ship from exploding. It's like, I'm gonna fix this ship because fuck you. Like that kind of concentrated spite. Don't tell me how to do my job.
Okay,
so I'll
allow that. Okay, so that's an instant 2 successes.
So I'm gonna roll my 2. If you want to stack up, Tholi and Dave, by all means, go for it.
Take it. Yeah, take the momentum.
Right.
Yeah, you've got 4 momentum.
What? So I'm rolling 3 dice then.
So you're rolling 3. You've got 4 momentum, so you can
go for another one if you want.
Yeah, we probably don't want just one of these clamps to release, because then the ship will probably blow up.
That could probably be a bad idea. Yeah.
Okay, I'll roll 4 dice then.
Spending 3 stars. You got your 2, plus you got your 2 dice. So yeah, you're 4 dice each. You should be, or at least 4.
Okay, 14. Ooh.
I've got 3 successes.
Okay, so yours.
Good job, Dave.
Okay, what did you get, Stars? Did you get a fail? Did you get a 20?
I got a 16 and a 19.
Ooh, that's close. Good job I didn't increase the critical range, wasn't it?
Oh wait, 16 not a fail. I got a 16 as my
What's your score though? Fitness plus
13.
engineering.
13. That's a fail, isn't it?
How many? You rolled 4 dice though, didn't you?
Yes.
Would this count as maintenance?
Yeah.
Then in which case I reduce the difficulty by 1 and I succeed.
Okay.
Boom.
I'm really glad that I spent that determination now.
Okay, fine. Because I was also struggling to figure out how. I did have a rough idea how this was going to fail, but okay. So yes, you struggle, and like it is a bit of a hard work trying to get these clamps open. As you pull on these clamps, Esteban. Please give me a daring and con difficulty 1, please, because something's gonna happen.
Oh dear.
Daring and con. Okay. Oh boy.
Difficulty 1.
All right. Difficulty
I'm
1.
listening, but I'll be right back.
Oh boy.
Nice.
Still a 9.
Ooh.
I got 3. Woo!
Yeah. Okay. Good.
Woo!
So, did you get 3 successes? You say?
I rolled a 3, so I got 1 success.
Okay, 1 success. So that's fine. In which case, no, this is all good. So both the clamps, after much straining, ping open. You hear a mighty roar coming from the depths of the Klingon ship. You feel the hull shaking around you, and this warp core chassis just comes out of this hole with like a mighty thunder behind it. It is rattling, it is rolling, and luckily for your roll, Esteban, you manage to hold on to Bokar, Anthony, and Dave as the rocket pushes you all back. Your mag boots stay anchored to the hull, and both your other crewmates are flung into space, but you manage to hold on tight and bring them back down to the hull.
It's like Tobey Maguire Spider-Man holding the
yeah.
You can see this warp core as it glides out into the depths of space, that it is starting to pulsate quicker and harder, and you realize it is mere moments from exploding. You are not in the best place for that. You really want to get inside the ship, so give me please
This is appropriate.
please give me so it just says someone must attempt a control plus con with a difficulty of 3, and that's not me spending threat to move the ship. So someone on the inside of the ship needs to move the ship away from the blast.
Guess that's Niftox.
So that'll be Niftox in engineering.
Yep.
How many beers have you had, Niftox, or how many blood wines have you had?
3, a combination of 3 and 5.
So I'm going to spend a threat, and that's going to be difficulty 4. You need to,
Oh god.
with this roll,
I'm glad you didn't say anything higher.
you need to, with this roll, and it's going to be a
Ship help
combined
him,
roll.
or
Sorry, go on.
can the ship help him?
Let's find out, because with this roll, this will be a combined convince the crew that you need to take control of the ship to move it away, because you're in position in engineering, and also be able to do that as well. Although I believe, have you got any hull experience or flying experience in your past, or is it purely medical?
Hold on, let's check the old bio. You know what? I'm gonna try to argue with you that as I grew up in a frontier colony and was relied on for a lot of medicine, I had to get around everywhere, and I was a bit of a jack of all trades in order to even just service the people on my great backwater colony.
He was a champion pod racer when he was a kid.
No, he was flying T-16s and bullseyeing womp rats.
Yeah.
Is it Bunta Eve?
It is Bunta Day, sir.
Bunta Day. Sorry, I get my Tatooinean wrong. So, let me just think, because at present you're drinking with the Klingons, and I'm going to say the control.
Can one of us like radio in and say, "Turn the fucking ship around"?
I'm going to assume, because you've done that.
He's drinking with
we've
the
got a choice.
Klingons, right? He's gained their trust.
You've got a choice.
Cool.
Okay, you've got a choice here. You can either take this a control and con task with difficulty 4, or you can trust it that the Klingon con officer to make the roll.
So my control con is only an 11.
Yeesh.
Got any talents?
The Klingon con officer's surely got to have a better
Better
con.
than that. He's an actual con officer, not a doctor.
Let me find out.
But then he is a Klingon. So they generally...
Well, that's racist.
no. They generally don't... Like, they have an engineer, they don't really have doctors, they don't have people who specialise particularly, do they? They're just warriors in
Well,
general.
they have pilots, because pilots bring you to the place where you do killing. So, like, they've got to be halfway decent.
Yeah. Okay,
They
I'll
have
give you that.
scientists. You know what, Tholi and Dave, for someone who's probably dealt with their fair share of racism, I'm disappointed in you.
That kind of prejudice, there's no place for it on the bridge, even if we're out on the hull of a Klingon starship right now.
In which case, okay,
Prejudice in your quarters.
is it gonna be the, because I want to roll some dice, is it gonna be up to the Klingon con officer?
I mean,
I think so.
probably. What's his role?
We'll find out in a minute. So, one thing I'll need you to do first. One thing I need you to do first is to call up and convince the captain that he needs to move the ship away. And I'll allow you to roleplay this. If you roleplay this well, I may be satisfied.
Would that be Niftox, or can
That'd
that be
be
one of
Niftox,
us on
that'd
that?
be Niftox.
Okay.
Okay,
Nifty.
Captain. I've already told you about our tale of honor and woe,
Ah, yes, a resounding tale. I remember it well.
and I am here speaking to you,
You
having enjoyed the camaraderie and blood wine of your crew, that we need your assistance in this honorable task. We must turn the ship around. Everyone's safety is at stake.
But we have resigned ourselves to the ever-filled blood-wine halls of Stovo... I nearly said Valhalla then. Stovokor! We are ready to enter the next plane. You saying there is a chance we could survive?
There's a chance we could survive to gain honor, further honor, another day.
To battle another day.
Battle another day.
There are many battles yet to be won, sir. Your honorableness.
Helm! Blood us a
The
course
glory
away.
of your house
Okay.
may be increased.
He needs to get... And I'm going to say this is difficulty 2 for him, because he's an experienced pilot. He needs to get 10 or less. He got a 1 and a 9! Resounding success.
Oh my god.
Is that a 9? Yeah, that's a 9.
Well done.
Resounding
What's his name?
success. This con officer's like, yeah, I got this
Not
shit.
Dave.
Let's go.
Favourer.
Boop, 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 boop.
Put on Mike.
The ship
His
flies
name is
away.
Han Solo.
The ship flies away, and you still clinging to the hull, watch as the warp core glides away, and with a resounding explosion, fills the skies of Bacchus with a nice explosion. Because explosions are always nicer when you're not in the middle of them. So you come back inside. So, coming back inside, the Klingons all chant your name, and they are now resoundingly on your side. They are Niftox, hero of the Empire! Hero of this ship, which is... What was the ship's name? I've forgotten what the ship's called. I did it have a
The
name?
shit not got blown up.
Yeah, shit. Oh, the Yaleth! Hero of the Yaleth! Niftox, your story shall be sung throughout the Empire. So yeah, they're well on board, and they say, shall we check on your ship now? So, they look over to the Lexington, and you see the Lexington is out there, and it is not responding to hails.
Can we ask them to transport us over to the Lexington?
Sure.
Or
So the Lexington has moved away with the Klingon ship.
It has not trapped by the beam. It would have noticed everything that happened. Its systems were not in the best state of repair when you last looked. However, you can't when you're looking at the ship through the view screen. It is sort of angled. Let me show you how it would be looking. It would be sort of angled away like that, so you can't quite see any.
So
of
it's
the...
listing a bit? Or...
It's listing
You
a
can see
little
it.
bit, yeah. You can certainly beam across.
I-
You notice... Go on.
Please get some medical attention before we go over there.
Yes.
The Klingon doctor. Okay. The Klingon doctor comes up to you, looks at your wounds, and goes, "Ha!
Wait,
Look at
I
this
can
mirror."
treat him.
Sorry, you can treat him.
I can treat him.
Okay, you can treat. He hands you a batleth and a roll
I
of
treat
tape.
Niftox.
You treat him. Okay, you can actually treat him. I will allow it because I think there is a default heal action, which is If you know it starts.
Save me, Dr. Net Docs.
First
Save
aid,
me.
daring plus medicine difficulty 1. You can to recover some stress.
Okay, and one moment. Daring plus
Medicine.
medicine. So I have a 12 for that. But let's see if I can finagle. Okay.
If it goes wrong, does it get more hurt or it just doesn't heal him?
He is using Klingon tools.
Yeah.
Things get spicy and I start murdering people.
I mean, he's using a bat lift.
Well, I'd say I'm using my focus in emergency medicine.
Okay.
That seems fair.
Yeah, sure.
This is kind of an emergency.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you're not about to
Okay,
die.
so-
It's pretty drastic.
Yeah, so daring med 12. And you said what?
1.
Difficulty? Difficulty 1.
Go easy. The situation is alleviated somewhat.
Well, I got a 7.
Okay. So you have
Okay,
patched
cool.
him up. You've now got a big roll of duct tape around your chest, and you're feeling ever so slightly calm. You found some of that. You basically just fed you the beer and gave you the tape. Cut off a few
Will do.
bits of hanging flesh with a tiny little medical batleth.
Oh, I almost had 2 successes.
medical
but the other
battle.
one was a 13, not a 12.
What is a medical?
It's just like an normal batleth,
like a
but
letter
smaller.
opener.
Yeah, it's like
Is
what
it
your
like
a letter opener?
Like in the
A
shape of a
medley.
bat?
It's like one of
The
these
med
little
lab.
yeah, one of
bat
those ones. Yeah, they go into do
It's like
surgery
this
like,
size.
yeah, exactly like
lifts.
that.
Yeah.
They go into surgery. I will defeat you, cancer. Anyway, so yes, you've healed up. So are you beaming across to the Yarleth? Sorry, not the Yarleth, to the Lexington. The Yarleth is the
Yarleth?
ship you're on.
Yeah, if
Can
they'll
we
allow
hail
us.
them? Are they responding to hails?
No.
Okay.
Yeah, we'd beam across then.
Give
don't
us
we?
directly to our quarters. We're all very tired.
Straight to your quarters.
Wait,
Yeah.
hang on. Shields are down?
Shields are
Kidding.
down.
That's not a good sign.
No,
To the bridge.
I can't
Yeah, the
think
bridge.
of. Yeah, I think beams to the bridge.
The bridge.
Oh no.
The way you said that. No, maybe not the bridge.
No, you tell me.
The bridge. The
Okay, how about-
engineer, medical.
I was going to say, why don't you 3 go to the bridge and I go to engineering? I feel like that
Yeah, that
makes
sounds
more
like a plan.
sense.
Well, yeah, I'll go to the bridge because I'm security. So if there's anyone on board,
Yeah.
I'll take care of them. Have I got my disruptor back, or did they give us it back?
No, they kept it. It was Klingon property.
Well, once we're over there, we'll have access to all of our phasers and phaser
There'll be a
rifles.
phaser like somewhere on the
Yeah.
bridge, I imagine.
Phaser
Like,
locker.
something, yeah.
Okay, so as you
I've
I don't
got-
know what that idol is giving us.
as you prepare to beam over, you stand in a line, and the Klingons all stand. They salute you, heroes of the Yarleth, and they give you a big, pat on the chest. Kapla, heroes.
I
And,
try and do that and I hurt myself doing it.
Ow. And
Ow.
so you begin to beam over in the traditional Klingon red pattern, and as you're beaming, you notice a slight wavering of the pattern as you're going through. A little bit, you start getting a little bit paranoid, a little bit Barkley, and going, "What's going on here?"
Is
This
it
like a
Barclays
normal
transporter
transport.
monsters?
And you're not quite no
No.
puppet monsters in there, no. And you in your heads, you kind of take it down to being, well, maybe this is Klingon translators. They're a bit rough. Transporters. They're a bit rough and ready. So you beam over to the Lexington. So who was going to the bridge and who was going where?
Everyone's
I
going to
was
the bridge
going
except
to
for Stars, who's going to
engineering.
engineering.
So let's start
Yeah.
with Stars first. Stars, you beam into engineering, and you notice the whole place is empty. The lights are down. It is dark, and there is no lights. The warp core is seemingly inactive. This is a Constitution. By the way, for anyone listening that hasn't caught up, this is a TOS era Constitution class starship. So that's where you're picturing the engineering is. You see the big tunnel
Okay.
there. Everything's kind of dark and dead,
So the warp core's completely inactive.
completely inactive.
Are there any bodies around? Any signs of battle and distress? Any bloodstains?
No one here. Well, not that you
Okay,
can see. To be fair, the lights are all off. It is pitch black as you come in. So around your immediate
The
area.
life support is on?
Life support is on.
Okay, can I cold start the warp core?
Bump start it, push start it.
You can certainly try. What I will say is, I'm not going to get you
Hit
to
it
roll
with a
anything
hammer.
right yet because we're going to switch
Get
scenes.
the
Just
crank handle out.
crank handy. Yeah, just give it a push. Give it a push.
Yeah.
Is it in
Hit it
neutral?
with a rock. I gave you that granite earlier.
As
Can't
you
solve
go,
every problem in life with a rock.
as you go on to your what would be your normal terminal to start doing warp core calibrations, you notice all the controls are just not responding. But you've got like night vision, haven't you?
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah.
Yeah, you got a little bit of night vision. You look up the wall and see something unfamiliar, familiar but unfamiliar, as you look up at the wall of this ship and realise there is a logo there that hasn't been there before, and that is of the Terran Empire. So, let's go to the bridge. Right, you three...
I'm going to be real popular.
Right, you three beam...
You were going to say it's a neural parasite.
As you three beam onto the bridge, unlike engineering, it is not dead. There are, in fact, people here on the bridge, and once again, you find yourself beaming into a familiar yet unfamiliar environment as Starfleet uniforms are cut off at the shoulders. There are orange sashes aplenty, and people giving you shifty looks as to where you just came from. And you see there Captain Baldwin sitting in the captain's chair, goatee around his face. Commander Schmidt also sporting a goatee, and you also see counterparts of yourselves all around at various consoles, apart from Booka, who is not there. But however, there is in Mira Nifdox, Mira Esteban. Obviously, actually, no, and there's no Tholi and Dave there. Sorry, so Tholi and Dave, you are in fact not mirrored there. But everyone looks up in shock and goes, "Where did these people come from?" And there's immediately people are out with daggers. You've jumped into the frying pan, into the fire yet again. Here you are.
Because Tholians can't grow goatees, that's why my counterpart isn't there.
They can, but they just choose to shave it off. It's not.
They'll just squiggle it onto the EV suit with a Sharpie.
Do we know about the mirror universe? Like, has mirror happened yet? And is that
mirror has happened. This is after TOS season
3.
3.
Yeah.
So
would that be classified though?
Yeah, I was going to ask. Would we know about it?
Do we know? Yeah.
I'll leave that up to you.
Because if I recall, in Discovery, it was a plot point that they classified that information in case people got desperate about trying to find their loved ones in the mirror universe. But they never specify whether people know about it after TOS.
Good question. Let's say we know about it.
I would say we know about it, but we don't know details, maybe.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, because I was going to say, if we know, we might buy ourselves a split second of reaction time by just going like, and doing our mirror salutes.
We do the salutes to throw them off. And then run.
The captain stands up, giving a shifty eye, and you can see behind him Commander Schmidt is also very much keeping an eye on both the captain and yourselves, because obviously we're looking for any angle here. There's a deceptive universe. The captain
they're caught off guard by us, and further caught off guard, even though they clearly see that, like, wait a second, these guys look like us. We're also doing the correct salute, so like, wait, what? And then we scram.
So you're gonna run it. You're gonna run it.
They do the Scooby-Doo.
Or are we not? I guess, guys, what do we want to do?
Run? I don't think we run.
Hold on.
We're unarmed on a Terran bridge.
Yeah.
But then if we run, that's rather suspicious looking, and that's basically the captain going,
I mean, you're a Tholian on their bridge. Like, you're not going to do well there after what we saw.
We saw what happened to the last Tholian in the mirror universe.
I mean, we just placated a group of Klingon. Can we not placate?
Yeah, but I like the Klingons more than the Terran universe fascists.
Yeah. Or do we somehow...
Wait. So, with the Klingons mirror universe, or was that...
Is that why they were nice?
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
I'll tell you now, they weren't Mirror Universe Klingons, they were standard Prime.
Okay, so it's in the transport between the Klingon ship.
Yeah, the wavy transport thing is what screwed it up.
Okay, yeah.
Right. Always the wavy transport.
Because the Klingon Empire in the Mirror Universe has been enslaved, hasn't it, by the Federation?
Yes.
Or the Terran Empire, sorry.
Because Vok is leading the rebellion, isn't he?
Yes.
Spoilers!
Blow to pieces.
Spoilers.
So what are you doing?
8-year-old.
So I think, we can run away, or... Yeah, that might look a little too, like, negative on our part. We're already in hot water, but that might seal our fate from being able to talk our way out of it. So do we try to bullshit our way through this?
Do we just go, right, I'll return to my station, sir? and casually walk off.
This is outrageous. Now there are two of them.
We try to convince the first officer that our counterparts, at least mine and Nifty's, are actually imposters.
Intruders.
Oh, that's going to be a hard sell.
It's going to be tough. Mind you that you have one momentum, and I'm not going to make that one easy.
That'll be more fun, though, and then running away.
Interesting.
I also have cultural flexibility, obviously, so...
Right. And Terrans are...
This is an unfamiliar culture. Culture.
I know Denobulans are a slave race to the Terran Empire. Are Trill also a slave race?
I'm going to say that you notice that the Denobulan and the Trill on the bridge are wearing Terran uniforms, so it appears as though they are bridge crew and not enslaved.
Well, wasn't T'Polyn a full Terran uniform?
She was. That's true. Yeah, no, you're right there. So you don't know. Maybe you don't know. Maybe the GM knows. Who knows?
Oh, hey, GM.
Okay, so
it's anyone's game at this point.
I have Radiation Burst, which is a talent of mine.
Happens to everyone.
Yeah. Some Tholians can channel radiation into intense bursts that can act as a ranged weapon in combat. Can I do a radiation burst that stuns the bridge crew momentarily, so we can?
Sure. I mean, yeah. If that's what you all want to do, I don't want to jump the gun before you've all decided that your plan.
So our options are run away,
or stun everyone.
Talk to, pretend, make our mirror counterparts pretend that they're.
Can you please do all three at once? That would be hilarious.
They're imposters, or just start blasting with radiation. I think start blasting. And while you're doing that, I'm gonna throw a rock at someone. Probably the captain.
So one thing possibly to consider for the running away, although that may look bad, obviously, for us, we know that since we don't know, I suppose, that Stars is safe, but we know that Stars.
We need to hook back up with him.
Meaning we might want to run away to hook up with him.
I already have a plan of what I want to do, but when we switch back to me.
Well, Terrans are supposed to be light sensitive. Can you do a radiation burst just like
I can channel to a specific frequency?
Yeah, that's the point. Yeah, because
run away.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll channel my radiation to a
pull a dazzler and strobe them.
Yeah, that's my radiation burst.
Oh, there it is.
Yeah, okay, you got to do it now. It's foreshadowing. Come on, we got to do it.
Amazing.
Yeah, let's blind the Terrans because they're photosensitive.
Okay, so let's do the blinding first. Because I'm not going to let you
blind the bridge first.
Blind everyone.
So blinding, I'm going to say because it's an innate ability, this isn't going to be too hard. But give me daring and security difficulty 1, please.
Daring security, that's 12 and 5.
That's pretty good.
So when we're doing 2 dice, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I have a 12 and a 10.
That's 2 successes.
2 successes, fantastic.
2 successes.
So you managed to let out a blast of luminescent. I'm assuming you're doing it non-lethally. It is just purely
non-lethally, just a flash.
Just a light blinding.
A little bit of phosphorescence. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. A light blinding. Yes. Cataracts will never be the same again. Okay. So yeah, you let off a huge burst. Oh, just a small point. What are the other 2 doing to not be blinded as well?
Standing behind them?
They're not mirror universe, so they're not going to be...
okay, yeah, good point. Okay, well, okay, fine, that's fine. Okay, so you let off this very specific wavelength frequency that only affects these people from this phase dimension.
4 weeks for our eyes.
Yeah, okay, that's fine.
Yeah.
We do this.
Very quickly.
I gave them the secret signal.
What's the secret signal?
Yeah. Oh.
Let there be light.
You practiced this for hours in the holodeck. All right, when I do this, close your eyes.
Just like in Team America.
Yeah.
Okay. So you let off this blinding light, and everyone on the bridge is close their eyes. They're playing. So you make a bolt for the turbo lift door, which is at the rear of the bridge, as everyone knows. Where are you heading? Are you heading to engineering?
I think we start heading towards engineering, maybe.
Okay, so the turbo lift is working. Okay, so you head towards engineering and you get in the turbo lift and it starts hurtling towards its destination. There are many calls to get the lift, but you manage to ignore them. Sod them. You get all the way to engineering, and as you enter the engineering deck, you notice, all the lights are off down here.
Right. I want to find something that I can use to rig up an explosive, and I want to put that explosive on the warp core.
Wow, okay.
I want leverage, because I am a non-human on a Terran Universe starship, and I am not feeling secure right now.
We're going full
we all are.
Giorgio.
All 4 of us are.
Yeah, so I'm certain I can rig up some kind of explosive using materials, and even if the warp core is inert, it's still a contained magnetic matter antimatter reactor. Even if it's inert, if I blow it, it'll be a problem for everyone. So I want to do that, please.
Okay. Give me insight and engineering difficulty 2, please.
Insight and engineering, so that'd be a 13.
Anyone help them? Anyone have the ability? I mean, like
insight and engineering. Yeah, can I poke my head in and be like, "Hey, can I help you?"
Guess where
we rig a bomb.
I've got a 12 for me.
I have a 12 also.
I'm only 11, so I'm out of that one.
If this is a what kind of materials are you going to be using to make this bomb?
Can I find some thermite? Thermite did
Would
the trick.
Thermite be in the engineering?
You need
Sure.
like a piece of
You'd
bamboo.
probably be able to.
Thermite is a mineral, which is a rock, so I'm going to use my focus in geology.
I mean,
you know what? Okay, how about I just rig up a laser torch? Like that would probably do it, right?
Yeah. No,
All right,
It's like a remote laser torch on a trigger. It triggers, cuts the thing, boom, go. So we'll go with that.
Overtide, you're speaking to my Dragon Ball High.
Fine, I won't use my focus, but I'll help him with the laser torch.
By the way, I need to call out Overtide, who said, shouldn't refits to the Constitution class be called amendments?
That's very good. That's very good. All right.
I got one success.
Awesome. How much momentum have we got?
You have 1 momentum.
Can I spend 1 momentum for this? Because I feel like this is really, really valuable.
Yeah, do it.
Count Dave over there.
Cool.
Count Tholian. Yeah, sure. You got 0 momentum.
13. Come on. I really want this to work. I got 1 success. Was that enough?
I had
yes,
one.
It was. Yeah,
so
yeah.
we
So
got
it's
it.
difficulty 2. So yes, you've managed to rig up this crude assembly of reactionary materials against the warp core. So now you've done that, you still notice that everything is dark, but you can hear, bulkheads are very thin on these Constitution class starships. You can hear that they have summoned a red alert upstairs, although in other decks, but not this one. Still not this one.
Okay, so that's like wrong in engineering, which I don't like the look of.
So this is a Terran ship. Can we look around to see if there's any weapons lockers? I'm assuming there's weapons lockers on every single deck.
There's Terran ship. There's weapons everywhere. So I will
Can we arm ourselves, please?
You can indeed arm yourselves. I will allow you the use of a.
Can I also snatch up an engineering tricorder?
Yeah, that's fine. Because at the moment, this whole mission you haven't had any kit, and I think it's only fair now. You can get a phase, you can get a tricorder. It'll be Terran stuff is fairly similar to.
And a Terran knife, please.
I'm just dual wielding. I've got a phaser in each hand.
There are. Okay,
How many arms
give you one. Give you 1 phaser each.
All right. So I have a thought. Do we want to try and use the Jeffries tubes, or do we want to try and get the lift to another deck?
Tubes.
Tubes seem safer, and I would be able to lead us because I imagine the interior layout is the exact same, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay.
Look out for the Tantalus fields.
So, as you approach the Jeffrey Tube's control panel, you notice that it is sealed shut. And not just closed at the control panel shut, it is welded shut.
Maybe not.
That doesn't sound good.
Oli and Dave, keep them open.
Can I what?
You can melt them open.
Melt them open. How do I do that?
Well, we had a laser torch, but now it's a bomb.
You're
we're doing it with
your
phasers.
brain.
Yeah.
You can use the phaser. But my thought is, hang on. We're on an engineering deck, the most important deck of the ship, apart from the bridge. Power is off, no one is around, and the little
sealed.
tubes that allow everything to get around inside and out in inconspicuous ways are welded shut.
Yeah.
Do we not think that maybe the Terrans have a reason for not being on this deck?
We should maybe get out of engineering rather sharpish.
Yeah, because I've got the bomb now, that's great leverage, but I don't like the idea of being around here now.
Where would there be less Terrans?
Cargo bay? I can't imagine that the Terrans love being in a cargo bay.
Well, we can steal a shuttle and sell off the
That's what you think.
Yeah, we're going to get them
love a
just
cargo
Terrans
bay.
in deck chairs. Terrans in
You're
deck
also
chairs
like on
drinking out of
the smoke break,
pineapples.
you're just like doing flips.
The standard that I can't get over this empty space is so good for me.
They're all in the cargo bay, like the
Man, those blue barrels, they're so cool.
live in there.
Yeah.
It's the biggest like hot box you've ever seen.
Cargo bay. Or shuttle bay.
But if we go to shuttle bay, then we're not going to have any access to transporters, which is how we got here.
But at least we have a shuttle.
And there could be transporters on the shuttle.
Not in TOS era, there ain't.
No.
There could. What about cargo transporters in the shuttle?
Galileo is essentially a bus in space.
Well, how can we head to a transporter
room? Definitely transporter room 3.
That's the most safe one. It's true.
Yeah.
I like that idea.
Cool. How are you getting there?
Okay.
There's a transporter room.
The turbo lift still works.
Oh, okay.
Turbo lift
Okay.
is-
So that's the only thing that isn't sealed in this room,
Right.
the turbo lift.
that we know of. The Jeffries tubes are all sealed, right?
We can't transport,
Right. There's no engineering transporter.
so we're back in the turbo lift.
Well, yeah, we have to leave the engineering, go out onto the deck, and get a turbo lift. Seems like the most logical solution.
So you're heading to the turbo
Yep.
lift.
We're heading for the turbo lift. Are we definitely heading for the transporter room once we get to the turbo
I mean, if
lift?
you guys have a better idea, I think then go for it. But like, if transporter got us here, transporter, even if we just work out, what happened, and how to reverse it.
It might be in the transport logs. We might be able to work it out from there.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay.
That's
Counterpoint. Let's go to the Arboretum.
Go to airponics.
I'm going to invent the holodeck. Okay, so you're heading towards the turbo lift. Your one egress.
Yeah.
Mirror whales.
Yeah, those dolphins with the goatees.
They're sharks.
Oh my god, yeah, they're sharks.
I'll just say, keep watching Prodigy. That's all I'll say. No spoilers. But anyway, as you head towards the turbo lift, the one and only egress out of this area, you suddenly see a looming shadow, and something drops from the roof in front of you, in front of your path between yourselves and the turbo lift. And what you are seeing is something that Tholi and Dave is almost familiar with, a hulking form of a Tholian in an EV suit, but it is 3 times the size of your normal Tholian, and you can see inside its own custom EV suit that it is glowing blue. And as it stands in front of you, you see the normal chittering that it encounters, but you notice that it is not making any kind of intelligible language to you, Dave. It is, in fact, something unintelligible. You cannot understand what they're saying. It was almost primal, and it is reacting very strangely. And it starts.
I'll just go, all right, Dave, and he'll go, all right, Dave.
That's fine. Yeah, just for comedy effect, it does have a tiny goatee.
Yeah.
Just scribbled
Drawn on the
Tholian
Sharpie.
Tholian boss fight is what it is. Big Tholian.
But this
Okay,
Tholian has not just the usual, was it 6 appendages? It has many more appendages strucken out the back of it, some even coming out of its own arms in some sort of Tholian Cthulhu-esque horror, as it is splintering out of its own EV suit, glowing blue, almost burning the air around it.
So, we can't speak with it, but I can use my Tholian exoskeleton to emit and detect specific forms of radiation capable of transmitting messages over short distances.
Sure.
So I can maybe try and communicate with it using my
Okay.
crystalline telepathy.
I like that. Give me presence. No, presence or reason, your choice. And command difficulty. Hey, guess who's spending a threat? 3.
Oh.
Who taught
what
Idle
was-
this threat?
What were the
That would be
attributes?
Me, I think. Yeah.
What were we doing? Presence or daring, you said, wasn't it?
Presence or reason, and daring as
presence
well.
or
I'll give you all
reason.
3. Any of the 3 of those, and command.
Okay, well, I'm going with daring, which is 12, and command is 4, so I've got 16.
Can I assist and use my talent and cultural flexibility? Because we really don't know what's going on here with this culture.
What does cultural flexibility do? Actually, you're not the active roller in
would-
this circumstance, so you can't use talents. I'll let you use a focus.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Okay, right.
You can certainly... you need to find a reason to assist Cranky here. Or
Second
Dave's.
dice of loss.
Between my focuses, since you said I can only use focus, I know biochemistry and xenobiology.
Okay,
so
xenobiology
I might
will
help
definitely
interpret
allow you.
any of this. Yeah. Okay.
Good thing you jumped ahead because I was definitely going to try to use my focus in geology again.
It appears to be made out of some kind of rock.
And so my role is what?
Daring, presence, reason, or any of those three plus command. So your choice.
Okay, so daring command is 10.
We have no momentum at the moment, if I remember right.
Presence command is 10. Reason command is 13. I'm going to use reason command.
Okay, so I have a 5 and a 13, so that's 2 successes.
Cool.
How many do we
And
need?
I have a 6, so I have a success as well.
Fantastic. So you do manage to transmit. You manage to sort of vibrate yourself at a certain frequency and transmit to this mirror distorted Tholian, and you see it receive the signal. It blinks and twitches as you sort of receive. What are you saying to it? Just out of interest, what kind of message are you transmitting?
No kill.
All right, Dave.
All right, now.
All right, Dave.
All right, Dave.
Everybody's dead, Dave. No, I don't know. What am I saying to him? What's going on here?
We're
Who are you? What's happening?
we come in
Helenia?
peace.
We come in peace.
Yeah. What's your name?
We're friendly. We mean you no harm.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
We
So
like how
it's,
you're blue.
it's definitely
These ugly
Cool
dick
colour.
bags are mostly water are all friends.
yeah.
it definitely receives it.
beard.
You can see that the Tholian shakes. It is receiving the message, and it staggers somewhat as it comes towards you. But you don't seem to. It doesn't able to discern your message. It just merely just roars again in an indecipherable language, or a series of clicks that you can't. Very aggressive clicking that you can hear. But you can tell that it definitely received your message, and the blue inside it grew brighter ever so slightly. As it was engaged in that discourse.
Can he receive what it's vibrating out and kind of understand what it's saying on, even though there's no language? Can he perceive?
I mean, you can perceive that it is not language. It is pure just
Primal noise.
primal tones, as it were. There's it's essentially
Can he understand
can he get a sense?
Yeah, hey guys, I think he understands we're cool versus I don't know what this means. Did he understand it
It's
at all?
definitely
Is he
acting
getting
aggressively. You can tell that.
Okay.
You can tell a dog. The dog is angry versus
Yeah,
scared.
exactly.
Versus
Yeah.
hungry
So this is
versus-
definitely angry.
And we've
angry
currently
at us? Can we
phased
tell
it.
how did he receive our message? Is Giant Dave maybe I'm okay with this, or is he I hated everything you just told me.
He
I'm now
definitely
more
reacted
angry
as
than I
in
was.
he flinched at receiving the message, but I would say it provoked him somewhat.
Mm.
So we have no idea if he maybe sort of understood the
No.
friendship vibes or anything. Okay.
I have
We
a
should-
thought. What I want to do. I have an engineering tricorder on me, right?
Okay.
You do now.
I would have to assume that an engineering tricorder would be calibrated to check on dilithium crystals, right? Their integrity and if they're healthy or being stable or unstable. Can I tune my tricorder to try and tell if his crystalline structure is unhealthy, malformed? Has he picked up
Absolutely.
some kind of weird radiation?
Give
Sounds like a
me
good plan.
insight and engineering difficulty 2, please.
Can I not use reason?
No.
Can I
I
help?
have to point out, you've used insight and engineering for every single engineering role that has been so far.
That's true. I have done that, and I will continue to do that.
All right, fair enough. What do you say, Esteban?
Can I assist interpreting the data?
Sure.
Ooh, that'd be helpful. You're a geologist.
I am.
And he's essentially a stone.
Yeah.
Essentially.
Yeah.
Rock and
I'm
stone.
definitely using my focus. Yeah.
You don't rock and stone, you ain't coming home.
Yep, I get one that. I am unhelpful. I'm too
I mean, we know that, but what did you roll?
What was the difficulty again?
2.
All right. Well, let's see how this goes. If I've got any talents that could help here.
Yes.
Okay, well, compared to a standard tricorder, my engineering tricorder reduces the difficulty of all attempts to locate energy sources and diagnose problems with Starfleet-aligned technological devices. I think this will probably count for that.
Is it a Starfleet-aligned
Starfleet
technological
tricorder.
device?
Well, I'm tuning it for dilithium crystal health, which is a Starfleet-aligned...
I will allow it, and you'll find out why
Yeah.
if you succeed.
Okay. So that brings it down to a difficulty of 1, then, yeah?
Oh, go on then.
Yeah, thank you.
Let's move it along.
Oh, that's fine. That's a 16 and a 20.
Oh, beautiful.
Oh
Okay.
no.
So,
Oh no.
That being said, I'm gonna piss in your cereal, Idol, because I have meticulous,
Oh my
which means
goodness
that
sake.
whenever I use engineering to complete a task, I may
really want
negate
those Frosties.
one complication.
Thank you, Booter, for subscribing.
Yay.
What a hero. Sorry, what are you doing? You're
I
re-rolling.
negated your complication.
You what? Sorry,
I
missed
negated
that.
your complication.
You negated
I
my
negated your
complication. Right. Cranky subscribe. Hey. Thank you, Cranky. You negated my complication. Sorry, what was that? That was...
Yes.
Sorry, I got very distracted by the
Meticulous.
substance. Meticulous.
I am patient, methodical, and check for errors before considering task complete.
Okay.
Whenever I use engineering to complete a task, you may negate one complication complication generated from the roll.
Okay, but you still
Delightful.
failed. So I will not
Yes, that's
punish
fine
you.
by me.
So you are unable to ascertain what is going... You could pay me some threat.
To find out? Okay, how much threat?
2.
Fuck it. It has a threat.
I'll have some threat. Thank you
How
very
many
much.
threats do we have now?
So,
I'm just going to make that unilateral decision for the entire party. I hope you don't mind.
Where are we at with threat and momentum at the moment?
you
Yeah,
are 0 momentum, and I'm not telling you how much threat I have.
Is that allowed?
That is allowed.
Can I not see it?
No, it
Is it
isn't,
not on the
but that's
screen?
GM
fine.
Is it not
secrets.
on the-
GM secrets. All right, I will tell you because I'm fair. I have 10 threat now. I had 8. I now have
Okay.
10.
Holy
Ooh.
shit.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
got a bit.
we're in trouble
You
at
stacked
some
up
point.
You gave me loads of threat like a couple of missions ago. So yes, no.
Who points out that's the sound of a GM that's annoyed.
So with that, yes, you just about fumble your way through the scans. What I will say is this creature is now very annoyed, is now starting to swipe at you with its long, with its spiky.
Back it up.
Multiple appendages.
Yeah, with his appendages, that's the right word. Yeah, and it is now swiping. So you're kind of dodging and kind of thing, and you know, depending on how we do later, I may get you to roll for some of these dodges. But you discover that you know your intuition is correct. Something is not right with this Tholian, and it is in fact its normal matrices of Tholian crystals is infused with dilithium energy. It is in fact a melding of normal Tholian flesh and dilithium crystals.
Ew.
The two
Wow,
like
get him in the
they're,
war core.
All
Yeah,
right. Don't let any emotional Kelpians near it.
Yeah.
Is this like their version of Ripper? He powers the ship.
Oh,
they're
that's
they're
cool. I
using
like
a
that.
sentient being to power the ship.
I was thinking more that they're
yeah.
growing them so that they can grind them up and then snort them and then put them in the warp drive. But
I
yeah.
mean, can't both be true?
Little
Yes,
column
that's
A,
true.
little column
Is this
B.
Equinox all
Yeah.
over again, but with Tholians?
See, now they've obviously sealed engineering to a degree to keep this hybrid Tholian in, and
Yeah.
yet they've left the turbo lift open. Can they not work a turbo lift?
Maybe he's too big for it.
It is in fact too big for the turbo lift.
But
Okay.
wouldn't it also be too big for the Jeffries tubes? It's massive.
Yeah.
I mean, the Terrans aren't exactly the cleverest of people.
Okay.
Ouch.
Okay.
All right. Can we?
So we've currently got a bomb on the warp core,
Yep.
and we've each got a phaser and a tricorder in our hands.
Yes.
Can we retreat to one of the terminals and see if we can maybe put a power pack from one of our phasers or tricorders into the terminal and get it working to see what they did?
Can we
And
not
maybe
just
we can help
stun
it?
the Tholian?
That seems like a kind of thing that would be. I bet you our answer will either be in an engineering lab or in their fucked up version of a sick bay.
We got to get past it to get there, though.
Can we,
Yeah.
can
Are
we
there
just
engineering
stun it?
labs connected to engineering, or are they on a different deck?
One would assume.
I don't know. Are there
I would know.
I
I
mean,
would know, right?
I mean, you can certainly use the turbo lift if you can get to it. I can go wherever you like.
Frankie wants
Well,
us
no,
to
but that's
shoot.
not the question we're asking.
Oh, sorry,
The
go
question we're asking is there an engineering lab on this deck
n-
connected to my engineering? Because this is the engineering deck.
You are correct. Yes, there would be an engineering lab on this deck. Like I said, the Jeffries tube and the doors are sealed up. The turbo lift is the only thing that's working currently. But I will tell you now
doors,
that,
the actual doors.
Yeah, I will say that I wouldn't worry about looking into an engineering lab.
Okay, so probably sickbay then.
All right. Okay.
But we need to get past that thing first.
Can we see if one of us can lure it away while the other ones try to get onto the turbo lift? Someone agile, or maybe that resembles the Tholian but smaller and not blue.
So use my distractive headlight.
Yes.
Just make castanet noises at it.
Yeah. Follow me.
Let's lead it away from the turbo lift and
Zoidberg. Oh.
Sure.
Okay, so we do.
You guys tell me what you want to do, and I'll tell you.
I'll distract it, and you guys.
So you're gonna go distract it. All right. To give me a good. Whereabouts are you distracted to? Just away from the door, or are you sort of which way?
Oh. Yeah, away.
Okay.
Away from
So
the door
give
would probably
me
be good, wouldn't it?
daring and security difficulty 2, please.
Daring and security comes out at. Oh, that's not a bad one for me. That's 17.
Yeah, you should probably do that one.
Okay. And I have a 12 and a 14.
Very nice.
All right.
You managed to distract it, and you're flashing your little headlamp and sending off all sorts of telepathic signals, vibrating wildly, and it just snaps towards you and instantly starts pounding its way towards you. So you're gonna have to do a little bit of a quick retreat. So please give me fitness and security difficulty 1, please, to get out of its way before it spears you quickly, because it is faster than it looks.
Okay, so that's 15, and that's 11 and 19.
That's one. Yeah, you're good. That's one.
Yeah.
It was only difficulty one.
Fantastic. So you avoid the tendrils, and it is now distracted, heading towards you. The way to the turbo lift is now clear. However, Tholian Dave, you are being followed by the larger Tholian Dave. Why does the larger Tholian Dave simply?
Why doesn't the larger Tholian Dave eat this one?
Tholian David, because he's bigger.
No. You know what? He's mutated beyond belief. He's Tholian Daffid.
Daffid. So, we've got Tholian Dave. We've had Klingon Dave, Klingon Dava, and now we've got Tholian Daffid.
Bloody
Starting to detect a theme.
Can we all get to the turbo lift before it catches up, or?
Hang on. My son is now coming on. You can't make a plan. Hang on 1 second.
Okay. So I like your idea about using a power pack to get to a power back. What we have, TOS ships have force fields, right?
Yes.
Let's say yes.
Internal force fields? I don't think so.
No, I don't
maybe
think
Because wasn't Reed creating a force field in Enterprise?
Yeah, but he didn't do a good job.
Yeah. Idle. TOS Constitution ships, do they have internal force fields that we could set up?
I think so, yeah. They should do, because they had them in Enterprise. Because that's what Reed invented, so I'd imagine they would have... because when they restrained Gary Mitchell in the brig, there was a force field.
Oh, yeah.
So, you can make force field, no problem.
So, what if I just... while Tholian Dave is availing Tholian Daffid...
Can I just remember, there is no power on this deck.
Well, yeah. So, I like Esteban's idea of using a power pack to generate enough power for just 5 seconds worth of a force field. That's all we need. I rig it up, and then when Tholian Dave runs towards us, I trigger it. Tholian Daffid runs into it. It runs out of power. That's fine. By that point, we're at the turbo lift.
I like this idea. There's going to be 2 roles. Okay, your first one is going to be assembling this power pack, which is going to be control... control and engineering difficulty 2.
Ooh, perfect. That's excellent for me, because I have a... Yes, thank you. That's
Sorry, did I say insight? I meant insight now.
Well done. You used one that wasn't insight. I love you, Idle. I love you very much. So I have a 16 in that. I also have a focus in power systems, which I feel applies.
Yeah.
Yeah. Can I help him out?
Yes. please. I was just going to suggest that you do that.
Yeah, I have a 14, and
Ooh, that's good.
yeah, it's not too
We
bad.
need momentum. We need momentum.
Yeah, if we can get momentum, that'd be
With
good.
would my focus in emergency repairs apply here?
I feel like it would.
All right, I'll do that. I will.
Alright,
I will
cool.
assist.
I'm gonna
I like how you
sacrifice
just,
my
like-
phaser.
You take Stars' word, not the GM's word. Like, yeah, it counts. Okay, it counts.
I mean, guess what? If Idle doesn't, disagree, then I have to take that as
It's
agreement.
fine. It's fine.
Yep. Otherwise, I was definitely going for geology again.
And you throw rocks down the hallway to distract Tholian Daphid.
Yeah.
Yes, he's Welsh.
I got one success.
They've got me trapped in a force field.
Stars is GMing from the bottom.
I can make a really off-color joke there, but I'm not going to because I've already been meaning that's why as it is.
I know which color you're meaning.
Yeah, I know where you're going. Okay. Do we have any momentum?
Nope.
Okay.
You guys are going to shoot it out right now, please and thank you.
Now, I am a maintenance specialist.
Oh my god, what now?
When-
I'm sure you are. That's lovely. Fantastic. Roll your fucking dice.
Whenever I am required to perform maintenance, reduce difficulty by 1.
This isn't
And half
maintenance.
the
You're
time
jury
required-
rigging.
Come on, man. Maintenance is a repair.
Maintenance is repairing existing architecture. You are creating something from scratch.
So I'm not repairing an existing internal force field?
Yeah, he can't check himself as he goes.
Oh, fine.
Check your work, man.
I'm just gonna wear
Whatever.
you down.
We'll get past this bit.
It's an abusive relationship. I'm so sorry. All right. Oh, I'm the worst. Oh, I'm so sorry.
We love you. This is why I can't wait for STA days.
They are still a ton of fun because Idle is an amazing GM and he lets you get away with entirely too much. 2 successes.
Fantastic. Well done. You have jury rigged.
1.
That's fine. Oh, you get a momentum. Look at that. Hey.
Yay!
Whoop, whoop.
And
Hitting
remember, Idle, Genos and I both do not have hard stops today, so we
Yeah,
can
that's
drag
fine, that's
this on.
this. We're rolling.
We
we're
can
rolling.
drag this on. We're going to
rolling.
milk this.
Well, depending on what you guys do, depending on how long this will take. But okay, you have managed to create this amazing force field generator. Now, the next role is going to be able to sync up this magical moment of movement and activation. So this will require a roll from 2 of you, and this is going to be difficulty 4. So this is appropriately. I will spend 2 points of momentum for that. So I'm back down to 8. So Cranky's going to need to give me a roll, and who's activating the force field?
What does the
What's the
roll?
roll? Yeah.
I'll tell you in a minute.
One of us is activating it.
Okay,
Now,
fine.
can you tell us?
Cranky is going to be rolling fitness and security. The person activating it on time is going to be doing daring and engineering.
Ooh,
My
not me.
daring
It's
and
me.
engineering is
Not me.
14. I've got a 14 in
You
daring.
did that one.
Yeah.
2 successes.
So I like the idea of me having like the remote trigger for the bomb on the warp core in one hand and the remote trigger on like
Don't
the
get it
force
wrong.
field in the other. Don't get it wrong. Don't roll 20.
Quite full.
Oh, sorry. Captain Peter Quinn says, yes, Roger the maintenance cabin boy.
So I've got a 6 and a 2.
So you've
Ooh,
passed.
good
Oh,
roll.
2. Did
Yeah.
you have a focus? You
2
wanted to
is
apply
that crit?
Crit and 1, but... If
Do you have a focus in track and field?
This guy, Captain, you need it.
What are we doing? We're doing a force field,
focus.
aren't we?
You need to run toward
Yeah,
us
look at your sheet.
and basically get to the short thing, and we need to time it so that we hit the force field on the right time, so that you don't hit the force field.
Survival? You've got survival. I don't know.
You
Wow.
will
There
survive.
we go.
I mean, I'll take it if it's
Yeah,
gonna
so
help us.
you've actually got 3 there. So Stars, you just need to get 1 more.
Thank
Okay,
you, Honorable
so-
GM, for your assistance.
Yeah, I suppose it is
Yes,
survival.
you honorable, fair,
love
and
you.
equitable, and
Oh,
just
I see,
honorable
guys.
GM. Okay, come on.
2 20s.
I
Come on.
really hope I don't fuck this up, otherwise I might block skip. That is a 9 and a 12, so that's 2 successes.
Fantastic. You've got yourself... Well, hang on. That's 5 successes, so you've got yourself 2 momentum extra, so you're up to 3.
Nice.
Nice. Okay, so
Teamwork makes the dream work.
Pure precision. You expertly dodge out of the way as Tholian Dafid walks into the theatre and goes, "Oh no, not again!" And the force field comes across.
Wait, I thought it was Welsh.
Yeah, sorry, my Welsh and Indian go quite together. I'm not very good at that.
There's too many sheep in the hallway.
Pat, what have you done now?
Just think of Fireman Sam.
Oh, yes. Oh, no, Postman Pat as well as the legend of that. Anyway, sorry, digressing. So,
Genos Fireman Sam is a Welsh children's TV show.
right.
It's popular in Britain and in Canada.
Okay.
Thank you for that.
Anyway. So, you manage to dodge out the way, this force field comes down, the Tholian glowing blue is trapped inside it, it's bashing against this force field, but you can tell it's not gonna last long. All four of you manage to dart into the turbo lift. Please select your destination.
Right,
Sick bay?
Well, Riser would feel
Or a
right now.
science lab? Okay, science lab.
Although it'd
Our
be mirror
universe-
Riser, so it wouldn't be good.
Our universe would be very good. We were thinking Medbay, right? Because that feels like the most logical place for them to have done this thing to this poor creature.
So there's going to be a mirror Niftox in there? Or is he was he on the
Oh,
bridge?
of course.
He was on the bridge, so we were
It was
told.
on the bridge.
But he might be there now.
He could have moved. Yeah,
I'm
What was he
mildly
doing on the bridge
concerned.
anyways? Just
I'm mildly concerned.
He was
we
doing that
haven't yet
bone
found-
thing of like annoying the captain.
I'm mildly concerned that we haven't yet found a mirror Tholian. Oh no, we found mirror Tholian Day. We haven't found a mirror Stars. I can't remember what your name is.
I'm probably dead.
Boca.
yeah.
Boca or something like that.
Bokar.
But you know what? We're gonna walk into the captain's quarters. There's gonna be a bright white throw rug, and it's gonna be like, so yeah, medical bay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Bay.
So you grab the handle and you go, and it zooms up to the medical
hold
bay
on to the
deck,
handle.
and
Yeah.
the doors open, and there are a few crewmen wandering around, but they haven't actually paid you any attention yet. So are you going to head to the med bay? Because you are still wearing primary colours, so you kind of pseudo disguise, but
Blend
not
in.
entirely. If anyone looks too close, they've got.
Do we want to rip off our sleeves?
Yeah, let's do that real quick. And turn them into sashes.
I mean, the 2 foot tall,
Yeah.
2 foot tall Tholian is a bit of a distraction, but I think they're saying you're kind of crouched
Like
behind
2 feet
everyone.
tall?
Sort of.
What if Niftox declares a medical emergency or a quarantine on the deck?
Okay.
Sure.
Everyone
I
must
have ripped my
vacate.
sleeves off.
Sure. Okay, sleeves are off. That's cool.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Welcome to the gun show.
I've got a Sharpie and I've scrawled a beard on my EV suit.
Man, you guys are going to watch Prodigy. Anyway,
We use my blue sleeves that I ripped off to make you look blue.
We might be pushing it.
Two of the
hang
six
on,
appendages
hang on.
are colored blue now.
So the EV suits surely have like flashlights and light sources inside the helmet, right?
Ah,
okay.
I get
yeah.
the little remote control and I turn it to a blue
You've got
LED.
LED lights in there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why would you not? Right?
Okay, fine. Yeah,
Have
sure.
it so it
You
fades between all the different colours of the rainbow.
you said it was teal.
You got your RGB gamer lights inside your
Yeah,
helmet.
Is this a
They
prime?
Raise a
music
chroma on
when
the
music's playing.
EV suits by Razer.
Didn't they make a face mask once when during COVID was out? They made like a
They might
mask,
have
didn't
done,
they?
yeah.
That was ridiculous.
Probably.
Okay, yeah.
So if you just like flip the colors, then it's going to make
It's
you look
fine.
blue.
I'm going to assume, yeah. So are you going to go with your medical emergency plan?
I think
Okay.
I like that. That's kind of clear the bridge.
I
Or
will.
the
I will.
deck,
To the deck,
the
yeah.
deck. I will disallow a roll if you can get me a good Tannoy emergency speech, please. I don't know why you're making all these speeches, Nifty. I should make everyone else do it, but you have a talent.
He's an inspiring presence.
But you have to be mean because you're Terran.
Ooh.
Yeah. Listen up, fuck faces. There's too much happiness on the bridge, please, or on the deck. Please evacuate. There's too much happiness on the deck. Please evacuate. Dangerous levels of good ideas and vibes.
Fuck you very much.
Fuck you, bye. Yeah. So you see people looking around and going, oh no, there's too much happy. And someone points to someone else. Was it you? Are you the happy one? And just stabs him and then runs to the turbo lift. And yes, everyone vacates the deck. You do have the med bay. Well, you have the medical level to yourself. You haven't entered the med bay or the sick bay yet. Hey, Marie.
Okay.
I see you in chat.
This smacks of Stamets in the time loop episode where it's like, everyone get up.
I'm grumpy.
Yeah. I'm just imagining Nifty giving the finger to the mic as he's telling everyone to get up the deck.
He always does it too well. There's some sort of repression there.
Did anyone come out of sick bay when we declared the medical emergency?
No. Excuse me. Opening a bag.
Okay.
Guns blazing. Let's go in there and see what's going on.
Yeah, I did take my sleeves off. Guns are blazing.
Yes.
Whoa. You know what? I've got a thought. I still look injured, right?
Yep.
Yeah. You just take
What
stuff,
about-
Yeah.
What about a wounded gazelle gambit? Have we got any ketchup that I could smear on myself?
So wait, can we use get help?
Got any ketchup?
I'm funnily enough, I've got a sachet in my survival kit.
No, you know what? That guy got stabbed, right?
Okay,
What if we
yeah.
just lean down, get the blood, smear it on my wounded chest, and then I stagger in and pretend I need help?
What happened to you, man? What happened to Starfleet Academy that turned you into this?
What, into a conniving
Sure, you can
bastard?
do that. That's fine. Just
Why are
reach
you
down to this
like
poor
this?
diaper. He's like, help me. You're just like, no, give me a blood.
It's called wanting to survive.
Perfect.
Man, you take us they say that Starfleet officers are only 3 universes away from turning into primal animals.
Hey, I take offense to that. I resemble that remark.
Yeah, he's already an
Okay.
animalistic species.
Sure. So you're gonna burst into sickbay and say, "We got a murdered
I'm
man
gonna
here."
use get help. I'm gonna use get help.
Okay, fine.
But hold on. Isn't sick bay being cleared, or is there still doctors in there? Or
Well, we didn't see anyone leave,
Oh, okay.
so we're
So we're
operating
doing
on
it
the
as a
assumption that maybe
just
they
in case.
just in case.
Yeah.
The worst that happens is I make myself look like a fool, but that's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
How many people could really be inside the small sick bay, anyways? How big is
On a
it?
mirror shift, they don't care about the injured, do
Yeah.
they?
Yeah, it's supposed to kill them.
Yeah.
That's fine. We'll probably
Leave
shoot
them
anyone that we
always.
need to, anyways.
Yeah.
Are you
Yeah, okay.
sure? Are you sure you're not in the right universe? Does this not feel a bit like home to you guys? Do you not remember your prime directives? Uphold the values of Starfleet, maybe? No?
He's clearly been in wars before.
Are these falling on deaf
The-
ears?
the
Okay,
ex-
that's fine.
The
Fine,
Expanse
fine.
changes a man.
Yes.
Listen, my directives are find and apprehend the officers, investigate the bird of prey, and search for and study strange radio signals. This was not covered in the mission brief.
No, that's something we should probably do at some point, is see if the bird of prey is still there. Or if it's a mirror bird of prey. If we can beam back to it, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, no, is Mirabacus still there?
Both Boota and Overtide have now used the murder hobo phrase, so yeah, that fits.
Yeah. Can we look out any windows or viewports and see if the planet's still there? Is the bird
You
of prey
do
still
well.
there?
So if I remember my TOS inside enough, there are no windows on the deck on sickbay. You never see them looking out of a window, even though you see some on the external of the ship. I believe those are only in quarters.
Oh, okay.
Corridors
Okay.
are
It's
only
technically
internal.
correct, and currently the worst kind of correct.
All right. Let's just storm into
So-
sick bay with our
Yeah,
our
so,
Yeah,
well,
yeah.
let me, yeah. Let's go
Okay.
ahead.
So
Yeah.
the doors open. You fling yourselves in. You go. We got a man down here, and as you see inside, there are a few people lying on sick beds, physically unable to move, sporting various wounds from various assassination attempts, and tending over the. Oh, and also as a bonus feature, there's an agony booth in the middle there because you know what, a little
Oh, nice.
suffering is good for the soul. And currently in the agony
Here's what
booth,
ails
you
ya.
see. The mirror rendition of Bokar being subjected to various inane tortures and grinning gleefully at the controls, smiling to himself, is one Mirror Niftox. Sitting there going, ha ha, you shall learn, Terran scum. No, not Terran scum, Cation scum.
Yeah, there you go.
I'm the
So
Terran.
so Mirror Niftox is currently the only compos mentis, able-bodied person in sickbay, apart from Mirror Bokar, who's in the agony booth. The rest of them are they're out of it.
Is Mirror Norton McCoy there as the nurse?
You know what? I'm going to say Mirror Norton McCoy is on the sick bed just sleeping. So yes, absolutely.
So my initial thought is, between the four of us, we overpower Mirror Niftox, we take his sleeveless uniform and we put it on Niftox and make him Mirror Niftox. Because then we've got an insider.
Good idea. We could maybe take Mirror Boca out of the agony booth while he's still not really able to fight us. We could convince him or interrogate him and
interrogate. Yeah, that's something.
The Mirror or Tholian David.
Not David, that's French. It's David.
David, sorry.
David.
We still need to come up with a David. It'll be next.
All right. I think that'll
be the Romulan.
Yeah.
There's all of a sudden a bird of prey appears.
Yes.
What the fuck?
The treachery is
In
right.
another universe, we could have been friends. Wait, this sounds familiar. Sorry, what are you doing?
Well, I think we're overpowering Mirror Niftox and swapping outfits.
Are you incapacitating or shooting to kill?
Just done.
Is he looking at us?
So I will remind you that Terran phasers do not have a stun setting on them.
Ooh.
Is he looking at us?
Can we just shoot him in the foot?
Yeah.
That would still kill him.
I'm starting to see what Idle's saying about us being murder hobos.
Could we pistol
him a little
him?
bit?
Can we, pistol whip him or beat him with the rocks that...
Yeah, we just overpower him physically.
Well, Janus has been itching to
combat.
throw those rocks, so let's do that. What's a ranged attack? We haven't actually done any serious rolls this entire game.
I have a focus in hand-to-hand combat.
Ooh, I like
That's
that.
fine.
And you have many hands.
I do.
Judo
You
chop.
had to throw them all.
Yeah.
Chop.
I could give him a judo chop with my claw.
Let me find. What's the?
Except it's like 4 of them.
The double axe handle.
Yeah.
But double because he's
The
got
double axe.
Yeah, that's extra powerful.
The
That's a
quadruple axe
powerful
handle.
maneuver.
Stars, can you remember what the melee action is? I can't find it in my thing.
Let me get my.
All your bookmarks are better than my bookmarks. Minor actions, threat spends, no conflict tasks. Oh, conflict tasks? Attack? No, hang on.
I think it comes under improvised melee.
I think it's just melee attack will do. Oh, hang on, no, I found it, I think.
attack.
I found it. I think it's daring and security. Yeah, daring and security. If you're pistol whipping it, it'll be an opposed task. So he will be able to roll against you. Oh, mind you. I'm going to say he's sufficiently distracted that you could probably get up behind him and just pistol whip him, in which case it won't be an opposed task. It'll be daring and security difficulty 1.
Yeah, because he's busy torturing.
Exactly. He hasn't really seen you and doesn't really give a shit about wounded people, so, he's put him with a rope.
Okay. That's 2 successes, 15 and 6.
Whoop, whoop, momentum.
You know what? I did just realize we are in a med bay. We could have just grabbed an anesthetic and hypersprayed him.
Oh,
Yeah, you made your choice. You
well.
pistol whip.
we beat him.
You
Yeah,
rolled
he
the dice.
really wanted to pistol whip someone.
Yeah, so you've gone behind and pistol whipped him. He goes down like a lead balloon. The agonizer stops.
I'll be right back while we learn what's next here
Okay.
before I get involved again.
No worries.
Did we get him?
We got him.
Got him.
We got him.
You
good.
got him. Took the path of pain.
So next thing is to swap uniforms, Niftox and Mirror Niftox.
Yep.
I assume we don't need a roll to change clothes.
You don't. You just do that.
Okay. Before we let my mirror self out of the agony booth, is he in a Terran uniform?
No.
Okay.
Oh,
That's interesting.
so he may be from
is
another
he-
universe.
Or he's a slave race.
Civilian or slave? Yeah, okay, yeah.
Yeah.
What species are you?
Well, I mean,
Patient.
cats are
Patient,
pets,
yeah.
so that makes sense.
Oh, thanks.
Can we talk to him through the booth before releasing?
We've turned it off.
It's turned off.
Well, yeah, let's turn it off. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it got turned off
So,
when
yeah.
you knocked him out because he was physically controlling the zaps with the little controller there in front. So he slumped
Yeah.
against the glass and he's
And I actually saw all that. Yeah.
he did see all that. So he's
Okay,
he's
cool.
kind of
So
in
we
and out
try
of
and
it.
talk
He's
to
very
him.
pained, but he is inside the glass, sort of conscious, able to speak to.
Has he noticed that his counterpart is there.
I could say he looks up and sees you, and I think for his faded vision, I think he just sees another Keisha, but he sees what uniform you're wearing, and he's a bit cautious, and he sort of growls.
Do we maybe hide Bokar a little bit so he doesn't suddenly get really confused?
He's too
okay.
You walked in shouting, like, we've got a medic here.
Yeah,
well, he thinks it's another occasion, but it might, like, what I think Tholian Dave is getting at is that if he sees me and realizes I'm him, he might freak out.
Yeah.
He has seen you, but he hasn't seen you clearly. He is still stunned from the agony booth, so he is not seeing clearly.
Yeah.
He can see the shape of a Cation, but he is not quite seeing definitive features, so he's unsure as what's happening.
Okay, let's just keep Bokar at the back for now.
Okay.
And speak from behind everyone else.
I'll clean up all that blood I smeared on myself.
Yeah. So we need to speak to him through the booth before we release him, I guess.
Yeah, because, like, you know, the fact that he's not wearing a Terran uniform, and, you know, I think I'm a pretty outstanding kind of guy, but, you know, you guys are all assholes, so you never know.
Yeah, I love it over time. He sees you, and you think you can just pretend to be his reflection.
He is a cat, it's true.
Oh god, we're dangerously nearing cat's territory here. Let's not.
Oh no.
All right, sorry. Go on. So, what are you going to say to Mira Bokar?
Can we ask him what he knows about the dilitholium?
I like that. Ditholium.
Dilitholium.
Oh, that's very good.
Dilitholium, yeah, that's pretty good.
Very good. So yeah, I'm not going to play out the whole dialogue because we won't do that. But he does sort of utter, and he says, like, "What is it to you? You've asked me these questions 100 times, and I've answered them. We came here on a research expedition to investigate this system, and you abducted us onto that planet, and now we're here, and you subjected us to these tortures. What more do you need?" He talks a little bit different from regular book.
He sounds a bit more like a GM, yeah.
I've been rolling these dice for hours.
Yeah.
Here it is.
Okay, you got Mirror
Yes. Amazing.
Incredible. Beautiful.
muted as well.
Sorry.
So I think we can reveal who we are and that we're not part of this Terran crew to him, because it sounds very much like he would be on our side.
Right.
Okay.
The enemy of the enemy is our friend. Tell him we can get him out.
Yeah.
If you help us, we can get you out.
Okay,
Yeah,
he says,
release him.
"You are not Terrans. You are. Where are you from?"
You know what? I'm gonna take this opportunity now, and I'm just gonna lean on a med bay, and I'm just gonna wave, and I'm gonna, "Hey, handsome."
Yeah.
And make it very clear that I'm him.
Then that's evidence that we are from another universe.
Yeah,
We can say,
it's
look,
pretty compelling.
we've been transported here.
He just looks at you and just guts his jaw and just hits the floor and just like, what? And he's like, he now just thinks like, I've got this agony booth. What has it done to me? It's just like, it's made me concussed. I'm seeing things. This is can't be real. So he doesn't quite believe it.
Do we want to give him some time to process that, and maybe we can root around in the medical records, give Nifdoc something to chew on?
Yeah, see if you can find out about the dilitholium.
While you're doing that, you hear the comm panel go, and you hear that. Chief Medical Officer Nifdoc, please report to the bridge.
Okay, we won't get Nifty to do that then.
Everything's fine here. We're all fine. How are you? You could acknowledge and
Where
not
the
show
fuck are you?
So surely Nifty can now respond rather angrily with I'm in the middle of interrogating a prisoner. Yeah. I have more important matters at hand.
Yeah. Okay. Let's roll some dice. Give me, because I love rolling dice, give me presence and command difficulty 2, please.
In order to convince them that I'm...
Correct, yes. Or you see what your cover story says.
Ooh, can I maybe get some, Is there some way to, like, technologically...
We have 4 momentum.
Guarantee...
I see we
okay.
on your side.
Because I only have a 10 here. So can I get?
I could.
I don't know.
Well,
one
how
of
would
the
they help?
engineering?
How would they help?
That's
you?
what I'm trying. Like, they could kind of. Is there?
Because you have to respond directly through the comms.
Yeah. So is there a way to like
in his ear.
ensure that I
You don't have to
sound
respond.
sufficiently evil with a voice modulator or whatever?
I mean, it's
have
going to
a
be just your voice, isn't it?
studies. I could tell him how to speak more tyranny.
I have a focus in infiltration. That could maybe
That's a good
play a
idea.
part.
Okay, but how exactly, like, the mechanics of this? Because Nifty's all he's got to do is press a button and go, yeah, this is all fine here, sir.
Can I coach Nifty in infiltration?
My phone just tried to Google about game mechanics. Apparently, I said how exactly like the mechanics of this cuz. What? Thank you.
I like how like your phone is commenting on your GMing skills.
Improved.
I can definitely use my talent in cultural flexibility this time.
Sure.
And remind me again, what is a talent?
Does that help
What
with
is
your
a talent?
discipline? Though?
So talent is an ability that you can use, and a focus is the one that means you can improve your base.
Yeah.
crit
So
score.
no, but what's like the what is it? So I know focus opens your crit range. What does a talent do again?
So the talent will have a
And the
specific thing. it can
designated
say.
thing it'll do. Yeah.
What-
Yeah,
I
the
have to look
description
that up.
for it.
No, of course. Sorry, I've got that in another tab.
Yeah, because I think we all wrote them down so that we have like
Yeah.
an idea of what ours
I
is.
reduce difficulty by 1.
Okay, so it's difficult.
Ooh.
What did I say? Did I say difficulty 2? So I say difficult.
You said
1 then.
You said difficulty too, yeah.
Oh, you said 2, so it's now 1. Oh,
Yeah.
sweet.
I'm going to say that this is probably not that hard for you to achieve, considering you sound
Because
exactly
you are
like
lift
him.
Lift-Ox. Yeah.
Keep in
Yeah.
mind, I had a 10. My roll was a 10 though, so it was maybe kind of actually going to be hard.
Yeah.
So,
Don't
so now
jinx
I have 2 dice to get
I
1 success.
bit my lip.
I have 2 dice to get 1 success. Should I buy another one just in case, or do
You
you
have
guys
full
think
momentum.
I'll get at least 1?
We don't. This feels like a really plot critical moment. I feel like we can afford to spend some momentum.
Yeah. If
So
they,
I'm gonna roll 3.
Ooh,
That's
yeah.
yeah, we don't want them to come down in strength. At this
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. This is
we
not
want them
really a
to believe
defensible
it.
position. Yeah.
But
Ooh,
while
I got-
you're talking to them as well, you can not only say that you are interrogating, but you are that this deck needs to remain clear for the foreseeable
Mhm.
future.
Yeah,
Due
the
to
happiness
medical-
levels are
medical
far too
reasons.
high.
People are far
So
too
I spent-
content on the deck.
I spent 1 momentum, but then I rolled a 9 and an 8, so that's 2 successes, so I get that momentum back. Yeah.
Very nice.
I also rolled a 12,
Whoop, whoop.
but the 12 didn't
Very
matter.
good. I'll see you later, Captain Peter Quinn. Very good. Okay, so what did you say to the captain as he asked you to report to the bridge?
I said, "Hey, what the hell do you want? I'm busy down here torturing this stupid cat."
Hey, you're torturing the cat? Oh, that's fine. You carry on torturing the cat. I
Wait,
don't have no
what?
hairs on the deck.
Is he supposed to be a
Oh
white
wow!
guy?
What are you trying to do to me?
Did you got a cigar in his mouth as well?
Hey, see? Trying to run a ship up here.
What is this? Mirror my Terrans with dirty faces? Like what we're doing here?
Okay. Fine. That has placated him. So you are free to remain on the medbay deck for.
So whatever he wants is not important. Sweet.
Apparently not.
Not as important as torturing a cat.
No, that's this is the Terran universe. Fuck cats. I love cats, but Mirror Me would hate them.
The Mirror GM hates them so much.
Gee, Stars, why are you so desperate to get out of this universe? By the way, also the Mirror Universe hates cats.
I'd like to remind you guys have made no efforts to leave.
I wanted to go to a transporter room.
I know you're in sickbay. How did that happen?
We use the medical transporter, right?
That's
Sure.
a good point, actually.
Okay,
Yeah, tell
so
you what. Yeah. So
do we
Niftox
try
has a look
and
at
find
his logs.
sensors?
Yeah, and I can just crack open the medical transport and see if there's anything in the log.
Yeah.
So what are you looking for the logs for?
To see if there's any record of an incoming transport, right? Would that
See
not
if we
have been
can,
important
see if we
active
can
sensors?
recreate
That would
it.
only apply for a transport coming to that pad. You were beamed directly onto the bridge and engineering, so that wouldn't go through the normal transporter logs.
Hmm.
Okay.
Okay, that's
So we'd
Is
have to
there
go
a
to the
way
transporter
to-
room for that.
To kind of hack your way through that, though.
Yeah, definitely hack it. We need to be able to hack.
We could also do with.
What if we just knew this information? How about I roll for that?
I would like, I would like to fiddle with some computers and use my computer expertise. And
you know what?
Okay.
I've got a thought. What if we call up the science station on the bridge and we say, "Hey, there's an issue, some kind of cosmic phenomena related to the abnormal amounts of happiness on this deck. And if we could get the sensor logs for the last few hours downloaded to the medical bay computers, that would be really, really handy.
So we can know where we are in terms of any planets or if there's any other ships near us.
Right?
Okay.
My counterpart is the science officer. I could make that call and
That's
tell them.
the point. Yeah.
As long as my counterpart isn't the one answering, then we're fucked.
So no.
Yeah.
I am already
Don't give me that. You know I'm going to use that.
Presuming that the Dilitholian was the security chief, although they're going to know that he's fucked up, so like I can't really talk to them, can I?
No, they know that I'm cool now.
Yeah.
Word's gotten around that Nick Doc's still doing his job. He's torturing cats, and I need this information. There's too much happiness on this deck, and it's disrupting the Agonizer. So I need this info stat.
Yeah.
Okay.
It makes the most sense for Niftox to do that.
Yeah.
Call up. Bring.
Okay, so you're calling up. I'm just imagining there's this giant receiver. Hello, science station.
I mean, is that not what Uhura was doing in TLS by operating a switchboard?
There's someone else on the damn phone.
Monica! I got the phone!
Oh, just due for expediency, I'm going to say that, you ring up and you get the exact information. I'm not even going to say it's Mirror Genos. He is not there. Mirror Genos is currently, like, breaking apart some rocks.
Esteban.
Oh, sorry, Esteban. Sorry, no, I didn't.
Mirror geology
You know
lab.
what he's doing? He's grinding up rocks into people's eyes.
Yeah, that's right, yeah.
Angrily breaking rock.
Yeah.
What other way can you break rocks other than angrily?
You're into metamorphic rocks, he's into porous rocks. It's a huge divide. Okay.
So Niftox got us information, yeah?
He got you the information. You can tell that because of the recent interference of the beam, because of the recent what you can infer from the recent interference of the beams from the monolith planet on Bacchus, that as you transported so soon after the beams were released, it transported you into the mirror universe through some sort of phasery-hickory, and that if you can just decipher through the logs the exact phase frequency and get to a transporter room, you could plug that in and get back to your universe. So you need to get that phase frequency. The only place you're going to get that from is in a transporter room.
Oh, okay.
Definitely transporter room 3. We got to go there, guys.
Okay, transporter room 3. Yeah, sure. By all coincidence,
What's the mirror number of 3? Because that would be the best one here.
1/3.
That's the inverse.
3.14159. There you go. They're very into pi.
It's the cargo bay transporter with all the fucking weed clouds hanging over it.
It's transporter room capital E.
All right.
Yeah, they're lettered transporter rooms on this ship. Transporter room E. Transporter room E. Okay.
And E
very
is
edgy.
a 3 reverse.
They're like metal bands when they write their names with like dripping like spike letters. It's just like it's E, it's very metal.
Perfect.
So we're going to transporter E.
Spray painted on the wall.
Well, do we not want to get those medical logs for the Dilitholian?
If we can just get out, we don't care.
I care.
Oh,
Science?
all right. Well,
Science?
he's stuck on the engineering deck.
Yeah. We're gonna leave him in pain.
Mirror pain.
I love it.
Which is probably the source of all the happiness on this deck.
We want to leave. We don't care about a mirror.
Yeah.
Who's to say that I don't want to get all dilithiumed up and become all blue?
Oh my
and
god!
funny?
You want to start roiding up?
Right. You get a data dump from the medbay computers. Take it with you. And then we can roid up Tholi and Dave when we get home.
I want to help someone.
Help us.
I am helping us, but guess what? That's mirror me, like in an agonizer right there. I'm glad you're doing okay up on the bridge, grinding rocks into people's eyes with giant salt shakers, but some of us aren't doing so well.
Fine, we'll help the Dilitholian.
We definitely need to help Mirror Bokar as well.
Yes,
because,
I would like that as well.
Because he's clearly not meant to be there.
He seems nice.
Yeah.
He's like a nice dude, yes.
Nice.
So can we get a info dump on the Dilitholium?
Definitely take a dump.
Okay, fine.
Take a dump.
So he I'm going to assume you released him at the Agony booth. Have you let him out yet?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, let's do that, yeah.
So he gets released. It's stank in there.
Probably does, you're not wrong.
That's horrible. My own effluence. It's not a very sensitive nose. Don't know why he's turned into an old Jewish man.
Call him a mensch.
Look, my mirror self is an Orthodox Jew. It's fine.
Oh, you got bold.
What's with the agonizing and the zapping with the lasers? Okay, pissed off everyone on the internet now. Fantastic, right.
That's enough racism for one day.
What's the Jewish form of Dave? What's the Jewish form of Dave?
Oh God.
Sorry.
I don't know.
No, I didn't know this. I was
Let's
actually
maybe
looking
move on
into
from
Jewish
that.
ancestry at some point.
I mean,
anyway,
David itself is a Hebrew name, right?
Yeah, there we go. There we go.
Yeah.
There you go. Yeah. But his name's still Bokar. Okay.
Davod. Okay. Anyway, his name's Bokar. You know he's you. It's fine. Don't have to give him another name.
It's Bokar Dave.
Bokar Dave. Okay, it's Bokar Dave. We found his surname. He is trying to keep it hidden all these years.
No, that's only my mirror. That's only my surname in the mirror universe.
Yeah. Oh no, that's going to be a plot point for a future campaign. We're going to have the whole family issue and everything. We tried to neglect the Dave dynasty for so long. Anyway, right. So yeah, he gives you the lowdown that him and his Tholian friend came onto they were part of a research expedition as part of the Rebel Alliance that was forming in the Terran Empire, but were caught by the ISS Lexington. Part of their research was to investigate dilithium crystals and how they affected time and space. Well, after realizing that they're on an ISS ship, they tried to escape, and they tried to escape through engineering. Bokar was caught, but Tholian Dafid managed to get into engineering. Sorry. Repeating on myself there. Managed to get in engineering, where he was also trapped again. The Terrans, being malicious as they were, said, "You want to look at dilithium crystals," and they transported dilithium crystals directly into his crystal stream, bloodstream, essentially, his crystalline matrix, which corrupted him. He ended up slaughtering everyone on the deck, from what Bokar was told by the very gleeful Mira Nifdox. But they found they lost control of engineering because the lithium crystals resonated with each other. It shut down power on the deck and disrupted the warp core. Mira Nifdox captured Bokar and ended up transporting him and leaving the Tholian Dafid in engineering. The crew are still trying to figure out a way to get out of this conundrum, as they are stranded in space currently with no help in sight.
So, does Tholian Dafid recognise Mira Bokar as a friend? So would he then realise that we're friends if we're allied with Mira Bokar? So can we now release Tholian Dafid and have him join our little clan?
But how are we going to get him out of engineering if he can't fit in the turbo lift?
Oh, okay. Well, we're heading to a transporter room, aren't we?
Yeah.
He does
So
reveal that his ship is also still in the shuttle bay.
Oh, okay.
They captured them on a research cruise, and yeah.
So
well, we need to go to the transporter room to find our frequency to escape and to escape physically. Can we then also, from there, transport those two to their ship while we're doing it?
Along the way, when we're using the transporter on Tholian David, would we be able to reverse the procedure
beam out the dilithium.
Out the dilithium and turn him back into normal.
Because if they transported it into him, surely we can isolate the.
You're sounding like Starfleet officers now. I'm so proud.
We've all seen Threshold, obviously.
It's only taken what 2 hours.
Yeah, all right. So yeah, surely we'd be able to isolate the. I have my tricorder readings. We should be able to isolate the contaminated crystal and then beam it out.
Okay.
Right, go to the transporter room and do that.
Yeah.
Fantastic. So you're heading to the transporter room.
I think so.
Yeah, there's not much more else to be done in medbay. Yeah.
We're bringing Mirabokar with us.
How are you getting there?
Our turbo lift.
My goatee is failing.
Oh no!
Not at this critical moment.
We need an engineer.
Well, hang on. So, was Mira Niftox the one in charge of this experiment?
He was in. I don't think it was an experiment. More a. I think no. Engineering is more in charge of the experiment. Niftox is just a cruel, sadistic bastard.
Who was the engineer?
Well, before we leave sickbay, can we just put Mira Niftox in the agonizer and just flick it on while we walk out?
No, sorry.
Just put a rock on the agonizer remote.
Yeah. There we go.
It stays on.
Make sure we get the right Mira Niftox in there.
Right.
Yes. All right. Okay. So I've got a control and command difficulty 5 roll right now to get the right Niftox. It's not him. It's me.
Guys, it's me.
So my thought is, our Niftox is in the clear. Could he not just radio up to the bridge and say, "Hey, make sure that there's a clear path from medical deck to engineering. I have a solution to our Tholian problem."
Yeah, that works.
You certainly can. That's going to be a roll. That will be daring. Command roll, please. Difficulty. Ooh, let's spend some threat. Difficulty 3. And it will be Nifty making the primary roll.
Yeah. Once again, daring things are not my specialty. Although once again, I can use my cultural flexibility to reduce this difficulty by 1.
Once again.
But I can spend I can spend another threat and keep it up to 3. I now have 6.
Okay, cool. At least I made you spend the threat. At least I made you spend the threat.
True. Yes, less resources now. Can one of us assist, or is this a role that he can do?
Yeah, I would like to assist by whispering ideas in his ear, and by using my focus in anthropology. I'm whispering.
You're making me feel more daring.
Yeah. No, I think the focus in xenoanthropology should apply. It's a completely different culture. The Terrans. If Chakotay is a xenoanthropologist, so is my character.
Sure, whatever. Let's do it.
Idle just doesn't care anymore. Right,
no, I do. It's just I can't think of a reasonable argument against it. I'm just okay, fine.
All right. Do you want to grab some momentum, goatee man?
You're right, Overtide. I do have a big bag of threat just off camera.
Can we do a roll to say that Mira Niftox shaved his beard so that Nifty doesn't have to keep playing with his...
No. He has to if he's keeping up the charade, that has to stay on. If it falls off, I'm going to increase the difficulty again.
If we spend 1 momentum, I'll do 3 dice.
Yep, and I'll do 1.
Okay.
And this is daring in command, right?
Yes. Sorry, did you say you're spending how much momentum? Just 1?
Mm-hmm.
Well, just 1 would give us 4. So that would give us 4 rolls for a difficulty of 3. Should we maybe spend 3 momentum to get 5 dice?
How many momentum we have? I guess yeah. Yeah, why don't we take it all?
Okay, I'll leave you down with 1
What
momentum.
do the rest of you say? What do the rest of you say? 4 dice or 5?
This seems critical.
This is pretty important. I think go for.
I think 4.
Because
there's going to be more critical
3,
points right after this.
Yeah.
They're all going to be critical.
But the more dice we roll, the more chance we have of getting momentum as well. You spend
gain it back.
momentum
Yeah,
all the
okay,
time,
yeah.
All right.
Yeah, go for
Well,
And
it.
it'll be more
I don't
fun
use
for
it.
Idle if he can throw us into situations with that momentum.
Yeah.
I have to make sure I don't cheat and use a D12 instead of a D20. It's a big bag, okay?
It's a big bag.
That's what she
She
said.
What she say?
There you go.
So, to be clear, I am using 4, yes?
I love how
Yes.
you're holding those.
Yes,
Yeah,
I love it.
very
It's
good.
good.
Practicing.
All right, and Esteban is rolling for the other one.
Yep.
Sorry,
So
don't
like
you
rub his
mean...
shoulders and whisper.
Esteban!
Fantastic.
Beautiful.
I'm a failure.
Oh,
What else?
again.
Oh,
The roll.
you're never a failure in my heart.
Thank you.
I rolled a 17, a 10, an 8, and an 8.
Wow. All right.
Nice.
So we got all three.
So you know what?
Nice.
Justified.
Fantastic. So you report up to the bridge. You say, "I need to clear the area." It's what's the what was the emergency you used?
we were going to say that we have
We're
a
trying to get to the
solution
bottom of
to
this
the
happiness
dinosaur.
leak.
Oh, that's right. Yes,
Yeah.
yeah, of course. The captain, naturally suspicious. He has kept an eye on Nifdox for quite some time. Is going to say, "Okay, but I'm going to keep my eye on you. Make sure you don't pull anything funny, and I'm going to send down Commander Schmidt very soon to make sure everything goes smoothly." So, yes. What's your next move?
All right. Let's,
Okay, but
hit the turbo
is
lift.
he going to come to check on us or on sickbay?
You'll find out.
Okay. So before we leave, can I rig a trap on the door?
Sure.
Oh.
Um,
Oh no, yeah. Okay, yeah.
I'm thinking just like the next person who tries the door and opens it just gets a big old face of like anesthetic, like what's the gas they use? Anestazine.
Anesthetizing.
Anesthetizing.
Okay, yes, that's fine.
Yeah.
Okay, to rig it, give me control and medicine difficulty 1. Make it nice and easy.
Ooh,
Bearing
medicine.
in mind, something we've kind of forgotten about is that we have a bomb on the warp core.
Yeah, I have a plan for that.
Okay.
But no one's really confronted us yet, and we haven't had
No,
any.
I was going to say
right.
that's a bit of leverage if we do suddenly become
Yeah.
confronted.
Yeah, that's my ace in the hole. I have a plan for that if we don't
Okay.
have to use it. Okay, so control plus medicine. That's a 12. That's not my best. But you know what?
I have a question, a gameplay question. So I know that normally when you assist, you cannot use your talent. However,
Correct.
I have a question about how this talent works. It's collaboration medicine, which says that whenever an ally tries to use medicine, blah blah blah. Does that mean that if an ally is assisting me, I can use that? Or does it mean if I'm assisting, like how does that come
it
into
can work
play?
either way, to be honest.
Then
Let
in
me
that
look
case,
at the. Hang on.
okay,
Let me
yeah,
look at
let's do it. Let's do it
the-
correctly. If it's not allowed, it's not allowed. But
Yeah, let
I
me check
just
the reading on
generally-
I
that.
think if it's, I
I'm
would take
generally
the rule of the talent and just has this read. Like if an ally is using medicine, then you can,
Yeah.
you can assist.
Well,
So in that
whenever
case-
an ally attempts a task using medicine, you may spend 1 momentum to allow them to use your score for
There
that
you go,
discipline and 1 of your focuses.
yeah. Now we would have to spend a momentum, of course, in this case.
This is only
So-
difficulty 1,
Only
by the way.
difficulty 1.
Yeah.
Ah, okay. Then
Difficulty
okay,
one.
we won't.
Yeah.
I mean, he
Right,
does have
that's
a pretty
good idea to
roll.
keep in mind. Yeah, that's good to keep
Yeah.
in mind, though.
Of course, if he rolls a 20, he's gonna like make Nifty fall or make him fall asleep or something.
Can't wait.
Yeah, probably. Do I have anything I can use to Jimmy this?
Focus
Well,
in
I can
and
negate. Not quite. Do I have a focus that would be applicable? Not really. Okay, you know what? We're just
my
going to do
God.
this raw.
He has nothing? What? What is
Not for
this?
this. Not for this. I'm trying to MacGyver my way through this adventure, but I've reached my limit here.
Oh.
Yeah.
I can use, I don't know, emergency medicine to help him set this up.
then you'd have to.
I
You'd
feel
have
like
to.
assisting me would make sense here. Like
Yeah.
this is his sick bay. Like, would you be okay with that, Idle? With
Sorry,
Doctor assisting
my
me?
son was just talking to me upstairs.
That's
He's
all right.
having some trouble sleeping. Sorry, give me a second.
You know, yeah, don't worry. I have a plan for that bomb.
I'm cool. Oh, yeah, I'm cool with that. I'll go with whatever you decide.
Right, sorry,
on that.
sorry. What was that?
Would
We're
Niftox be
blowing
able
the
to
ship
assist
up.
me with setting this?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, he
Would
can
Niftox be
assist
able
you. It's
to-
fine. Absolutely fine.
Yeah, okay, cool. Niftox, do you want to assist?
Yes, please.
So it was control plus medicine, yeah?
Yeah.
All right. Ooh, I got a 7 and a 5. That's quite good.
That's good. Well done.
I got an 8.
So that's
Yeah,
two
two
momentum
momentum.
up. Nice.
Beautiful.
So you're up to 3.
So if Schmidt comes to sickbay, then he'll get
Fantastic.
a big
You
old
have
block
you
of
have set up
screen.
this wonderful paralyzing nerve agent on the door to sickbay. Now all you have to do is leave.
Booby
sickbay.
trap.
Well, I was going to do that as we were leaving.
Okay, that's fine. Yeah, that's fine.
We're gonna use the other door.
I was saying this whole time. I'm just like, so what side of the door are you guys going to be on this? When you do this?
I'm not. Come on, Idle. Come on. I'm not stupid enough to trap myself in sickbay with a trap on the door.
No, this whole time I'm just like, oh my, that'd be so funny.
Spend hours
if you'd have
rigging this
failed,
thing
I'd
and
have
then
made you
open the
do
door.
that. Okay, you're fine. You've left sickbay and you've left a trap on the door.
Oh my god.
Okay, you are heading to the transporter room. Are we correct? Yes.
Yes.
Okay, cool. You go up the turbo lift. The decks are empty. Everything's been cleared out as per Niftox's express orders. Apparently, the captain holds Niftox in quite high regard. There must be some shenanigans going on there. As
good at torturing.
you, sorry,
I'm good at torturing,
Mhm.
and that's respected.
Yes. As you
That's what she said.
reach the sick bay doors, the doors open, and you see Captain Baldwin standing on the other side of them. But he has a strange expression on his face, almost stunned. And you see a little bit of blood coming out of his mouth. And as he falls forward to the floor, you see a dagger in his back, and behind him is Commander Schmidt. He says, I see you have reached the transporter room after all. I knew all along that you were from the other side. You thought that little trick on the bridge would fool us for that long. I guess you've seen everything, but yes, I am merciful, unlike the captain who was going to order your executions. I will let you go. I am merciful. What is it you need to do? And he is agreeing to question your demands and saying, just go. We cannot have these incursions and your delights in our universe. The quicker you go from here, the quicker I'll be rid of you and I can command this ship and deal with that pest in engineering.
Well, we want to help the pest in engineering, don't we?
He doesn't know that.
Why?
No, not yet. No.
It's scum. It's Tholian scum. Sorry, no.
You can't say that about the Welsh.
I bloody can. You should see Mirror Wales. It's a disaster, sir. Nothing but
So now you're getting
roving,
cancelled
menacing,
for being-
roving people of singing choirs over the hills and just Morris dancers everywhere. It's disgusting.
You hate the Jews and the Welsh?
It's the Mirror. Shut up. Don't make this worse, please. Please. We don't need that heat.
Okay, well, I'll tell you what. Guess what? Captain Schmidt. You
must
want to
salute
command
me.
Yeah. If you want to command this ship, you probably want it to have a working warp core, correct?
Yes, and I was planning to deal with that by sending an armed force into the engineering bay and destroying the creature.
And
how
possibly
many
destroying
people-
your engineering room.
Sorry, what was it?
Destroying engineering and sending your entire security force down to deal with that creature, leaving you undefended and vulnerable to attack, and potentially alienating everyone who dies that who goes back from that wounded, saying, "Oh, yeah, Captain Schmidt, he sent me down there on a fool's errand, knowing I'd die." Do you really want to jeopardize the captainship that you've been working for so long?
Are you
When
sure you're
we
not
could
from
just-
this universe?
When we could just solve the problem for you?
I do like people solving problems for me. It means I don't have to do it. Okay, you've struck a
Captain.
hard bargain. All right, well, what is it you're planning to do?
We just plan to basically beam out the dilithium out of the Tholian that you're messing around with. That's all we really want to do.
Why? Where's this dilithium going? We need to back in the warp core. We need to go off, and I believe we're going to go go to lay waste Acacia. I think we're going to go destroy that planet next.
Yes, I have a plan for that, but don't worry. Guess what? It's a good thing I'm a chief engineer, so I'll just beam it straight back into the warp core for you for free.
Very handy. That's very handy.
Yes,
okay,
very
fine.
handy.
You've placated him. I'm not going to let you roll for that. That's
okay.
He's question demands, but he would like to know one thing, and he looks at Nifdox and goes, "What made you betray the Terran Empire to these prime devils?" Because he obviously thinks you're still Terran Nifdox.
And then Nifdox goes, "Ha ha!"
That's what I'm waiting for.
What? I want the dramatic zoom in like Thomas Riker.
Yeah. I have underestimated you. What? Do you know what? I'm not even going to ask. I hated the prick anyway. Right. Okay. Fine. He was going to assassinate me at some point.
He's in the agonizer.
Away in the agonizer. Yeah. He's just having a bit of fun in that.
Put a rock on the remote, by the way.
Rock. Genius.
I give him a little wink. I give him a little wink, yeah, and tell him he's being tortured right now. Feel free to go watch.
Do you know what? I'm feeling a bit low. Oh well, I'm feeling good. I'm the captain of the ship. I should enjoy myself. I might just do that. I actually quite like. You're very devious and cunning. You should stay in this universe and help me take over the Emperor's throne. Or just do your thing. Right, okay. Right, you need to be able to beam this these dilithium crystals back from the Tholian into the warp core. That is going to be a tricky roll. Give me...
Dilitholian.
Bakar has it in his tricorder, doesn't he?
He does. It is still going to be tricky. It's going to be, let's say, control and engineering difficulty 4. This is the last big challenge.
I'm gonna make a case here that all 4 of us should be able to work on this role.
Okay.
Because Dave has knowledge of Tholian biology. I'm an engineer and I have the readings in my tricorder. Esteban is our science officer and I've shown probably the
hang on. Sorry, who was it? Was that?
Yeah, and
Esteban
is our science officer and therefore the best skilled to operate transporter, and Nifdox is our incredibly skilled chief medical officer and the best to advise on how to do this medically, right? And
so handsome.
Is this like your Avengers Assemble moment? This is everyone's coming around, the camera spins around, you're like,
yeah, come on.
Okay, fine, but I'm going to make him.
You've done all adventure.
I've also basically become a Terran at this point.
So, who's going to be the primary roller here?
What's the primary role?
Bakar, yeah.
I would say it was control and engineering.
That should be Boca.
I have 16 for that. So
fantastic. So your primary roller, everyone else can roll 1 dice. This is now I'm going to spend a bit of threat. Difficulty 5.
All right.
Okay.
And sorry, what is this? Can you tell me again what the very specific task is?
Control and engineering.
No. Like, what are we actually... The actual thing we are doing.
So you are transporting the dilithium from the Tholian back into the warp core and reinitializing the core.
That sounds like I could use xenobiology and biochemistry.
I'll allow biochemistry.
Yeah, all right, cool. So I get at least to increase my crit range to control eng. My eng is a 1. I don't increase the range.
That's still something.
All right.
I will absolutely allow that focus. I will break all the rules now. That focus.
I would like to use my focus in exobiology.
Yeah, I think that's fine.
Yeah. I actually do have a crit rate that I can increase.
Greater than 1?
I know it is.
What?
All right.
Okay.
Are we using momentum, by the way, guys? We probably should.
I don't think we can.
Everything we have.
I don't think we can, though, can we?
Oh, wait, because it's a 5?
Because 5 dice.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
5 dice,
2, 1, 1, 1.
Quite right.
Yeah.
We just have to get lucky, guys.
Now, I have a question. Since I'm the primary, roller, can I substitute one of my dice for a determination dice?
Wait, what's the determination
Yes.
dice? Oh, as in just
Well,
the
'cause you
straight
used
2
to-
points. You have already used
Yeah.
a point of determination this mission.
We had
Except for
two.
the fact that you start every adventure with 1 point of determination, and you gave me a point of determination for playing along with the mind control last session, and determination resets at the end of the mission, not at the end of the session.
Damn you with your month-long memory. So, okay, which value are you using? Bearing in mind you've already used one of your values.
I have.
This is
I
real
use
fun.
don't tell me how to do my job. I want to use. I want to use. You have to know why things work on a starship, which is related to my intimate knowledge of all things to do with Constitution class starships and their exact, precise technological nature.
I would
I
shake
am
your
an
hand, sir,
artist.
for a fair duel in that battle of wits. Yes, okay, fine. Yeah, you can use your point of determination.
Okay.
Should
So,
we
we've
all
got two
try to use
successes.
Fuck it, I'm
determination?
spending all my threat now.
Should we
still
all
be
try
out
to
of
use
five, right?
determination? Guys,
I don't think
yeah.
you can.
No, you can't. Fine,
No.
Max.
Okay.
All right,
Maybe we'll get
let's
to
roll.
That... oh,
No,
God,
but-
don't say that.
Hold on. So how does it? Like, if I were to use determination, would I swap my dice to the other one or no?
You just get two thingies.
Oh, for me, it just is an additional dice, which are not allowed.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna
I
say
think it's only
just
for
for
the
the
primary
point, just
roller.
for the point of suspense here,
Oh,
that
for
the
the
primary
primary.
roller is the
Okay.
only one that can spend determination here.
I feel
So,
like that's
Okay,
probably a
fine.
rule. Yeah. Okay, so I'm rolling one dice since I've already technically rolled my other one and gotten a 1. So, guys, let's roll them off.
Here we go.
See what happens.
You got a 1?
I'm already
Oh, yeah,
rolled, and I got a 12, which is a pass, a success.
Okay, so we've got 3 successes, guys.
I
Seven.
failed.
Okay.
It's 4. Cranky. Oh no, you
I
did
got
a
success.
success.
Cranky
So
already.
your last one.
I got to get a 16 or below. So this is for the game, guys. I got a 3.
Hey, yeah, fine.
And
Did you use
guess
a
what?
focus?
We get a. Yes, I do. Well, do I? I don't know if I have a focus that would apply here. Actually, I
Don't
have
worry about it. You're
computers,
fine.
repairs, and maintenance. Or yeah.
It's not going to
Yeah.
matter now because this is we're wrapping up. So,
Yeah.
So you have successfully rolled. You managed to beam the dilithium out of the Tholian and back into the warp core. You hear a thrum of engines, the reassuring hum of a starship, as it should be, as the resonance envelops the transporter room. The now Captain Schmidt gives his all clear for you guys to beam back using the information you recovered from the sensor logs earlier. And he says, one thing before I leave. Are all people like you in your mirror universe?
No,
Most of us.
But some of us, yeah,
That
some
sounds
people are
miserable.
dicks.
most
please
of
just
them
go.
are much nicer.
And
Right, so
I
you...
look at him and say, "Some are like me," and he goes, "Ooh."
He's like, uh-huh, oh, yeah, uh-huh.
Now, before we go, so I want to make sure that Boca and Mira
Just
and
one more
Daffy
thing.
get on their ship. Yeah.
Okay,
Now, before they go, I want to reach over to my mirror self, and I'm going to very gently press the bomb trigger into his hand.
oh,
And say-
I like that, yeah.
When you're a safe distance away, this will make sure you're safe.
He's like, thank you. I am now an old
Wow.
poison man. I have aged drastically. Okay, fine. Yeah, you've done that. He has got that, and I think Captain Schmidt realizes that he has the dead man's trigger there. And yeah, let's assume everything goes okay. Maybe I'll bring that back up later. Who knows? You transport away. The blinding light takes you, and you get that little wiggly sensation as you realize you're crossing the barriers between universes, and you reappear on the bridge of the USS Lexington, and the real Captain Baldwin and Commander Schmidt are there on the bridge, stunned by your arrival, and they have many questions and many things to ask, of which you answer as best you can. Now, as the Lexington leaves the quickly collapsing Bacchus system, which is as you last left it, collapsing in on itself, you are hailed by Admiral Banner Stoker from Starfleet, and they ask them to rendezvous with the USS Astrid as soon as possible to require a report on what the crew saw on the planet, and to turn over any recordings or data they may have collected on the planet. Do you vouch for the Klingons' honor that you also encountered?
Yes.
Yeah, I think
They're
so.
pretty honourable.
So
Yeah.
Starfleet agreed to repair the Klingon bird of prey that was also damaged there, and as a final, any other survivors from the planet are now beamed up as well. Everything's kind of wrapped up, and as a final order, Admiral Stoker tells the crew to tell no one of what they saw on this planet, either official or unofficial. So once she's certain that that has been upheld, the USS Astrid warps away, and the crew are left to pursue their next assignment. That is the end of part 1 of the Tikkatal. No, sorry, the what is this? The Tikkatal saga. That's the one. I can't say it. Tikkatal saga. There we go. The end of part 1 of the Tikkatal saga. You have done it. Well done.
Good job. Excellent GM work, Idle.
Would you like to
It
know?
cost Idle most of his hair, but we did it.
Would you like to know what part 2 is called? Part 2 is called The Refugees of Bacchus. That is what we will be doing next time. Yes, part 1 of the Saiyan saga is over. Yes, it'll be Vegeta soon. We've done the Raditz arc.
Oh
Nice.
boy. So if I recall, at the very beginning of this adventure, we were going to have a whole conflab about who was going to become the Lexington's first officer.
Indeed
yeah.
you were, and after a small...
Or was it second officer? Because I think
Second
Schmidt, right,
officer,
is,
indeed, yes. So after reviewing the logs and everyone's performance figures, the captain has now looked over everything and decided that maybe they don't need a second officer after all, and that overall the whole position is kind of a bit bloated in the infrastructure. I mean, what do they even do? First officer management, the second officer is just a bit of that. So they're going to try something experimental and not have a second officer for this perhaps next mission. As they warp away and the theme song plays, da 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 da.
And the camera zooms in, and I have a pain stick in my hand, and I stop and I put it back in my pocket for another time.
Keep that on your character sheet. Anyway, yes, end of part 1. So yes, we will continue.
Wait,
this
can I actually have taken a pain stick from?
Oh yeah, sure. If you
feel
want
like
to
that's-
take
why not?
an
Yes.
agonizer stick or something, if you want anything you wanted to grab on the Marinaverse ship, but do log it on your character sheet and let me know what you've got, because I don't want you guys getting halfway through a mission and saying, actually, back on that mirror ship, I took a rock. You know.
This is TOS era, so you can have a mobile agonizer.
Yeah, you could. Yeah,
You can. Okay, then I want a mobile agonizer.
you have a mobile
And a pain
agonizer,
stick.
that's fine. You are Starfleet.
Yeah, but I got a little too used to that goatee, so
I bet you did. Okay, I'm gonna have to. I might have to change.
I have
some
a
values,
pain
maybe.
stick and a mobile agonizer.
I might have to change some values.
A pain stick and an agonizer.
No, one or the other. I think you have an
Okay.
agonizer.
I have
Nifty
a
comes
mobile
flying into
agonizer.
part 2 with
Okay,
just
let's
weapons.
All right, gentlemen, thank you very much.
have
This has been an
the
absolute.
agonizer.
I think this has been the most unhinged we've been for a while.
We're pretty unhinged.
That's saying
Very
something.
good.
It's
It was
been
good
absolutely
fun.
brilliant.
But hey, Idle, I want to just give you massive props because I did so many I have a questions. I had so many arguments with you.
It's
I
fun. It's
stepped
fun.
over my bounds. But guess what? You were a massive good sport about it. You're a great GM, and thank you for running.
Thank you
this.
very much, guys. You guys are
They knew
amazing
about the
players.
secret plan.
Yes. Wait till next
We did it
time.
shooting each
We will be back. I think the next thing we're doing some Harbinger soon, but we will be scheduling the next Star Trek adventure, so keep an eye on our Discord, on the YouTube. Oops, sorry, smacking the microphone there. On the YouTube for the next the next Star Trek
Star Trek Adventures! So please sign up to our Discord. Subscribe to YouTube. Follow us on Twitch. Read our newsletter. Come see us in person at the Star Trek convention in Blackpool.
Oh yeah, that's next week.
That is next weekend. Can't wait.
Ooh, that'll be fun.
We will see you later. Live long and prosper.
Bye-bye.
Ta-ra! Oh wait, no, one last.
Esteban!
Bye.
What about you, Hooker?
Well, I was thinking about Tahiti. What'd you have in mind?
I was thinking about dinner at my place about 8 o'clock. Why don't you make it 7? You can help me find a place to kill some new plants.
Hey, wait a minute. How do I know you can cook?
Hooker, trust me.
Trust me. Now, where have I heard that before? Oh, come on.